Hello people, hello, welcome back ladies and gentlemen. Let me just make sure everything is up to scratch with the lineups, and it is on both screens. You know, this is like when, look, you're gonna have to excuse me because this is like a new toy at Christmas for me, okay? So what you need to understand is I'm gonna be doing this quite a bit, but you need to just allow me to enjoy myself because it's like releasing a home kit at the end of the season. It's like releasing a new kit, new trim, new kit, and it looks good. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Good to see you all again. Champions League final, PSG versus Inter Milan. We just go and enjoy today. We just go and enjoy the football, enjoy the two teams coming up against each other. The lineups are on screen. No stress, no worries. Just good, clean football today. This could have been worse, but we don't have to worry about that. Big up the chat. Big up the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Lineups are on screen. And yeah, I'm a happy boy. Inter Milan bench is cooked, some people are saying. In comparison to PSG's, I do understand where you're going with that. Maybe PSG got Barcola, you know. Ramos seems like he's on his way out as well. So I'm not really sure if he's going to be there for much longer. I've seen links to Liverpool. I've seen talk of like 70 million euros or something like that, which is a lot of money. Big up IBK in the building. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Inter Milan are going to cook. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm not really too like, obviously I've got my PSG kit. This is from the knockout stages. PSG have done us a lot of favors in England. We won't forget it. Knocked out all the English teams. Even beat Man City, I believe, as well in the league phase, but beat Aston Villa, beat Arsenal, beat Liverpool. So there's a little bit of an allegiance there. I'm not going to lie, there's a little bit of an allegiance there. However, not overly concerned about who wins. I just want to see a good game of football, I'll be honest. I just want to see a good game of football. I want to see the big names turn up. Martinez, I do give him a bit of grief when it comes to these finals. Sometimes he kind of struggles, shall we say. He struggles. He fluffs his chances. Copa America, he didn't have a problem. But Champions League finals, I've seen issues recently in the last one in particular. So let's see. Let's see what happens. But yeah, man, we're good. We're good. Unks is not stressing today. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. 2 finals in 3 years. People will say that obviously Inzaghi and Inter Milan deserve. PSG, I think their last final was under Thomas Tuchel, if I remember. They lost in COVID 2020 to Bayern Munich. That was with Mbappe, of course. This could be the first season without Mbappe and they go on to win it, which would be insane, you know. If they managed to do it without him after all of the time that they had him and the other Galacticos of, well, we'll call it that, you know, that's what it was basically they were trying to do. Sergio Ramos, Messi, Neymar. If they get it done without all these guys, credit to them. They built a nice team. They play some good football. I think the football purists will want PSG to win tonight. But if you got a love for the Italian game, you know what I mean? Serie A. It's been a struggle for Inter Milan. They had a treble, and then now they have nothing. You know, PSG are going for a treble. Inter Milan, this is all they have left. I think they lost the Coppa Italia, lost the league to Napoli last few weeks. They basically bottled it. So there's a lot on the line. Obviously, there's the history of Enrique and his daughter and losing his daughter. There's a cancer survivor in the Inter Milan team and the Sherby. So there's a lot there. So that's why I don't really have any sort of allegiance to either team. I'm not overly fussed. I think there's storylines on both sides for sure. So whoever wins, let the best team win. Let the best team win and entertain us. That's all I ask. Entertain. The football purists definitely don't want the oil merchants to win. I'm seeing in the chat. I'm just talking about from a playing standpoint. I'm not talking about from, a historical takeover standpoint. But yeah, I mean, Inter Milan are the traditional. You know what I mean? They are the traditional side. All right, cool. What's going on? Chat. What's going on, chat? I saw Nigeria were playing Jamaica today. I actually didn't even get to watch the game. What was the score? I've been out all day. What was the score? What was the score in that game? Let me know in the chat. Did Jamaica win? Nigeria win? Let me know in the chat what happened there. I did not get to watch it, so I have no idea what's going on there. Would I take Ramos at Chelsea? No, he's not playing. He's not playing any football. Not playing any football. So I can't be resurrecting, reviving someone's career based upon what they did years and years ago. Doesn't seem to have ever settled at PSG. Doesn't suit the way Enrique wants to play. I'm not interested. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a starter that's going to do serious dirt, not someone that we need to bring them back, you know what I mean, from the depths of wherever they've been. Nigeria won on pens. Okay. What was it? 4-5. 5-4. 5-4 on pens. Fair enough. Wow, that's a good question. Who would I rather win the Ballon d'Or if PSG win tonight? Listen, I've not been watching either of them every single game all season, of course. I think Yamal is who I've been tweeting and saying just give him the Ballon d'Or, because I do believe that he is the best player on the planet. But Dembele, if he wins the Champions League and he does a treble with PSG, you'd struggle to say that he doesn't deserve it, especially because, listen, Yamal's going to rack up Ballon d'Ors. Like, there's no doubt about it, right? And I know they've done the domestic double there. They've won La Liga. They've won the Copa del Rey. So, again, it's close. But if they do a treble and he leads, and this is the key for me, he is literally leading that PSG attack. He's leading that team. You can see it in the way his mannerisms, the way he plays, the way that he's being very selfless now, and he's kind of offering himself to the side in terms of the press, which is something that Enrique was obviously barking about last season with Mbappe. If he leads his team to their first ever Champions League, you can't knock it. Like, you know, it will be more than, you'd more than understand why he'd get it. So let's see. But I've been very impressed with him in the Champions League when I've watched him, especially in that, you know, when it comes down to the game against Arsenal, getting the goal at the Emirates, massive goal. So let's see what happens. But I have been saying Yamal, so I can't lie. Don't forget about the Club World Cup. Yeah, true. Although I do think this has more weight than the Club World Cup, if I'm being honest. Maybe someone or someone that was in the running will pop up and have an incredible tournament, but I do still have, I still think the Champions League weight is a lot stronger. I finally use my stream deck now, so if there's any volume issues, I can just hopefully turn it up and there shouldn't be no issues. The mic is a bit further away from me than usual, but it's just because of the shot. This is the shot I'm going to use to dunk on Iceman's head top. Sky, Iceman, Z, Marcus, who else? Yeah, you lot. That's the cam for you. You know what I mean? That's the cam for you. And I'm cussing you out. Oh dear. All right. So predictions. Let's just get started with predictions. I got a bit of food. You do realize I do this black spray thing now just because I know you guys are gonna constantly talk about it, and I just find it funny how rattled some people get. So I just do it now just because it's funny. I don't mind, you know, with or without, it's not an issue, but just because I just know it's gonna get brought up, so I just like, fuck it, may as well do it. My hairline is still intact, you know what I mean? There's no issue with it, but I don't know why. It just seems to rattle everyone. So I just say, you know what? When I'm in that barber chair and I'm thinking, yeah, this will be funny. Let's get it done. All right, cool. Get the poll up. Because if I just comb my hair forward, which I haven't, this wouldn't even be a topic today. But I haven't had time and I really can't be asked. All right, cool. So we got the chat. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah, I know, CB. Last time CB was, because I did it and I went on Sky as well. So CB was just going off and I was just like, perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I don't really know what that competition was that was taking place at the G-Tech Community Stadium. I'll be honest, it didn't seem to get much marketing, didn't seem to get much promotion. So I have absolutely no idea what that was about. And I haven't had dinner yet, apologies. I have no idea what that was about. So if anyone can tell me what that competition was, I'm all ears. I have no idea what that was about. Unity Cup. Why was it not publicized more? Was it even on TV? Were any of the first team players for these nations in the sides? What's going on there? What's going on? I've just got a little bit of mashed potato. I've got a little bit of fish. And I've got some spinach as well. It's a very healthy dinner. It's a very healthy dinner. Right, let me see. Just looking in the chat. Oh yeah. Yeah, we could talk transfers in a minute, 100%. If Lautaro listen, Iceman, if Lautaro okay, see, this is what this is for. If Lautaro Martinez has a masterclass and he wins the Champions League for Inter Milan, I will apologize, Iceman. However, one thing you have still failed to do is apologize about a certain Vlahovic, a certain Serbian striker who you wanted at Chelsea Football Club a couple of years ago. You gassed to the high heavens, and I told you, not for me, and you were getting onto me about it for the longest. You're clearly a Serie A watcher, enjoyer, so you're going for all these strikers from Serie A. Fine. But you are yet to apologize for that. So when you apologize, I'll apologize. But because you haven't apologized, I don't need to. So hold. So yeah, you know, I'm not really understanding this constant bringing up of this guy. You know what I mean? It's not making sense. It's not making sense. Because he's not talking about Vlahovic anymore. He's not talking about Vlahovic anymore, is he? He doesn't talk about him anymore. So, you know, when was the last time you heard Vlahovic in this chat? You ain't even seen his name in this chat for years. And remember, we're looking for a striker. So why is his name not popping up? Tell me. It's not making sense. I did a video on Delap, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. I honestly cannot give any more thoughts on it than I did on that video. I do like the player. I don't want people to think that I don't like the player. It's just, I want us to win the league. So I'm aiming for the stars. And if we don't get the top targets that I had in my 5 signings I'd like to make Chelsea a serious club, then obviously I'm going to have a trade-off. But the thing is, what I will say is it's a very sensible signing. And I can't say that for last year. It's a very strong 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10 signing. Like, the fee is perfect. You can't go wrong with 30 million. If he doesn't work out, you're making a profit or at least breaking even. And he doesn't cost so much on the wages or on the fee that it stops you from getting a top striker. So let's see what else they do. But it's a very smart piece of business. Last summer was full of stupidness. The only smart deal we probably did was maybe Tosin for free, if I remember correctly. Like, Dewsbury Hall obviously wasn't that clever. Sancho maybe on a loan. We didn't pay, you know, we paid his wages. We're not paying massive fees, so that's maybe quite smart. And then, you know, Jorgensen just didn't have any impact, and Felix was definitely not smart. So I'm trying to think who else we signed. Obviously, Esteval, if you want to go there, that was all good. But this is a very smart signing, so I ain't got no problems with it. I just don't want this to be the end of the attack. The attack still needs some serious help. So let's see. But yeah, I have no problem with it. It wasn't my first choice, obviously, as you know, because I'm trying to win the Prem. But yeah, I ain't got no massive issue. But I haven't hyped him. I don't want to hype him. I think he's got some good strengths. There's a lot of intangibles I like, but there's also things that he's gonna have to improve. No doubt. It's not. We didn't sign Mbappe. You know what I mean? We didn't sign one of the best young strikers in the world. So I just don't want people to get too ahead of themselves. Let's see. Put on some spice. That looks awful. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Lukaku, no Lukaku apology. Talk to him directly. Listen, that camera is A1, so now it's just about sorting out that background. You know what I mean? So it looks as good as this. You'd be. It's incredible what lighting can do. Trust me, lighting is incredible. It does magical things. What's your beef with United? I ain't got no beef with United. United fans were asking me before, almost they want me to have the beef, because you see I have beef this season with Arsenal. You see this season with PSG versus Liverpool, even though and the whole Trent to Madrid, the whole Ala Madrid, getting Trent out of Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? So I think you guys, you're missing out. I understand that. You might be a little bit jealous. Why are you not getting any attention? Why are you guys not getting any hatred? And the simple matter of fact is you're just not relevant right now. I'll be honest, you're just not relevant. You're not causing me any aggro, any issue. You're not around. You're not there. So there's no need for me to be on your case. There's no need for me to be doing videos on you. There's no need for any of that. You know, until you get yourselves into the top half of the table, I'd be better off, you know, battling with Aston Villa fans and Newcastle fans. So, and you're broke. You're broke. And that's a very important part of this. You're actually broke. You have no money. I had to remind Saeed Television today that he's not going to be able to get Adam Walton. He seems to think that Man United should make Adam Walton their top target. I said to him, lower your voice. Lower your voice. You're not signing him. You're not getting him. He's not stupid. Like, that's not where you're shopping. If you got Champions League football and you won a trophy, then you can start talking about Adam Walton's. Adam Walton is not leaving a Europa League Crystal Palace team to go and join a team that's not in Europe and is literally fending for their lives at the bottom of the Premier League and has Højlund up front. Like, it's not happening. If Adam Walton leaves, you know, his career is clearly mapped out very well. Blackburn, he's obviously made his mark there. He's then gone and joined a Crystal Palace team that are very much known for giving young players a chance. Very well known for giving, you know, championship talents, you know, their fair dues. And also stable club in the Premier League. He's not an idiot. He's not going to now drop down to go and run around next to Agate, feeding forward progressive passes to Højlund. It's not happening. So I think you got the wrong end of the stick. Do you know what I'm saying? He's better off going to Newcastle than joining you lot. So yeah, I'm not really sure what that was all about, but just a friendly reminder. You know, he's not going to your club. So shopping in the wrong aisle. You know what I mean? Shopping in the wrong. You're not even in the wrong aisle. I'll be honest. You're shopping in the wrong shopping centre. You're in the wrong shopping centre. You're in Waitrose, and you got coins rattling around in your pockets. You know what I mean? There's no notes. It's just coins. So you're in the wrong shop. You know, you shouldn't be in Waitrose. You shouldn't be in M&S when we can hear coins jingling around in your pockets. It's not making sense. And that's all it is. It's not even honestly, it's not even a banter thing. It's not even a banter thing. Genuinely. And you did get a video in the Europa League final. You got one. So that was your one video of the season. You got a video. You know what I mean? You got a video. So I don't really know why Aziz's complaining. Oh, God. Let's see. You have beef with your gravy. I don't even know what that means. But that was funny. Would you sign in Mbeumo? Mbeumo for me is a player that should probably go into a 4-3-3 with inside forwards. That's what I think. Like Mbeumo at Liverpool, perfect. But with our wingers, and maybe you're suggesting he plays up front, I don't know. But with our wingers, they don't tend to get close enough to goal. Probably by design, because we've got the two pockets and the 10s in there. So I don't really think Mbeumo tactically is necessarily going to make sense as much as I like the player. But yeah, we're not going for him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And that's probably why. Because listen, he's a very good player. Very good player. I don't know how much he's going to cost, but he's a very, very good player. I like him. Sometimes I do think it would be a lot easier to build this front three if we just played a traditional 4-3-3 and the wingers were inside forwards and the fullbacks just overlapped. Because then you would categorically know that someone like Rodrigo off the left or someone like Mbuemo off the right, you know, it's just easy to just put them in the flanks and just bang, you're sorted. But when you've got these touchline wingers and then the 10s are in there and the forward, like, it's just a little bit more difficult to kind of put people in their place. And let's see if it works. What's going on here? I'm eating mashed potato, brother. These man think Cunha's the second coming of Christ. Get out of here. He's going to have less than 10 goals next season, says Chicken Tikka 69. Listen, beggars can't be choosers when it comes to Manchester United. They kind of have to just get whatever they're given in a way. Like, whatever is available in the bottom half of the league that they can afford, and that is obviously the top end of quality in the bottom half of the league, they got to get it. Like, if Paqueta didn't have that ban looming over his head, I'd suggest that maybe they should go get Paqueta to replace Bruno Fernandes. Or they're getting a Cunha, right? And they're trying to maybe even get a Mateta at Palace. Or maybe a Wissa, I don't know, at Brentford. That's kind of where you're shopping. And to be honest, if you do build the best bottom half of the league team, that's a very good team. Like, there's a lot of quality in the bottom half of the Premier League. I mean, we're looking at Braithwaite, you know, that's a player at Everton, centre-back. Man United were linked previously. That's the kind of player that maybe you could pull out at Everton and bring to Man United, because depending on who else is interested, you know, he's not exactly playing for a team in Europe or a team that's going to finish in the top half or a team that's going anywhere anytime soon, so it's easier to get it done. Something like that. I've seen Angel Gomez is running out of contract. Yeah, there's maybe some freebies as well. Remember, you're broke. So you should be looking in the free agents market. If I was on Football Manager and I was managing Manchester United, I would 100% be looking at whose contracts are running out in the summer, who's free agent, and can I find any clever little signings in there? Can I find any clever little buyers in there? Juventus were brilliant for it, to be honest, at one point. All right, cool. What else is being said? Super chat here. Manchester United shopping at Harrods with Primark gift card. That's brilliant. You honestly, like, you can look, just don't touch. You can walk around these aisles if you wish. Just don't actually touch. Don't try and agree personal terms. Don't bid. You don't have the money to bid, and you don't have you're not going to get the personal terms. You know, the days of Manchester United just getting whoever they want are over as of now. You were rejected by Jude Bellingham when he actually went to Carrington, and you toured him around, and he actually, you know, got a feel for the place, and he still walked out those doors and went to Dortmund. So listen, I'm not saying you're going to be getting a Liverpool type punishment, you know, with the Bellingham, Tchouameni, Caicedo, Lavia, line them all up. But I'm just saying, just relax yourselves. Do you know what I mean? Relax yourselves. Have I missed any other super chats before I carry on? And get your votes in on the poll as well, people. Big up my thoughts on Verts to Liverpool. I will have a video dropping on that, Sai, not to worry. Big up for being a member of 13 months. I will have a video on Verts to Liverpool as soon as it's officially announced. I kind of missed the first wave when it was originally breaking. So now when it's officially announced, I'm going to have a video drop on that. But I have nothing but praise for the player in terms of the quality of the player. And I do think he's going to come in and be one of the best in his position in the league. I think he's going to go right in. And he's going to start showing his quality. I don't have much doubt about him. Maybe you could say, people will say the physicality, but I've seen, you know, small, petite players come into this league and shell out and perform. It's just about contact and being able to take on the contact of the challenges and ride them well and all these things. But he's a wonderful player. Like, every single club here in this Premier League wanted him if they could get him. Like, we're talking City. Chelsea, if we found a way to make it fit, right? Where is he going to play? Is he going to play on the left? Cool. Absolutely no problem if it works. Arsenal bite your hand off to get a creative kind of 10 in there, right? Over Odegaard maybe. So yeah, and then Cherki. And Cherki's a wonderful footballer as well. The only thing with Cherki is obviously off the ball, he's an absolute liability. He's not going to really exude himself much off the ball. And I'm very interested to see how that works with Pep, because Pep usually does demand something off the ball. I do think his quality on the ball outweighs what he does off the ball. But he's obviously got to come and do it in the Prem, which I think he's going to ball out. It's just, does it make City weaker off the ball? It does. How do they kind of compensate for that? In my opinion, you've got to make sure that the two midfielders right behind him are absolutely, you know, covering their ground. And that is a Rodri and whoever you pair him next to. It cannot be Bernardo Silva at his age. It cannot be Gundogan. It cannot be Mateo Kovacic either. It needs to be like a serious, athletic, you know, pivot. And as long as they prioritize that behind him and give him that free role, then, you know, maybe the free roll is back. We had the free roll with Ozil, with James Rodriguez, with Juan Mata to a degree, you know. Obviously, Mourinho got rid of him for the off-the-ball stuff. Oscar came in, you know. So if they can make it work, then yeah, obviously, yeah, Reinders is coming in from AC Milan. Again, very exciting player, beautiful passer of the ball, you know, good carrier. So, bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, our business, and I said this on All You Can Eat Chelsea earlier, our business has to be able to stack up against the business we're going up against. That's all I have to say, because people are serious. You know what I mean? People are very serious about this window, and we need to be serious. As long as we're serious, then you can't control what happens around you. But as long as you do as well as you can to get the best of the best through the door, so you can compete, then fantastic. Because I do feel like, I call him Reindeer, yeah. I feel like the players that were coming in the last few years were nothing of the level that we've seen at Man City, at Liverpool, with Chiesa, with Arsenal. No one really moved the needle at any of these clubs. Havertz and all these, man. Now we are seeing some needle movers coming in. So we got to get some needle movers as well. It's a big summer for transfers, man. PSR and all this financial fair play probably keeping people back a bit. Doesn't seem to be an issue. I think everybody passed PSR. So everybody coming into this summer, apart from maybe Villa, I think, should really be lighting up the place. Barcola come hang with Saliba. He needs that 14. Interesting. I don't know if Barcola's even available. I don't think he is, to be honest. I know we keep talking about potentially him leaving, but it doesn't seem like he's available. And Rodrigo seems like he's staying at Real Madrid as well. So that's a bit of a shame. Can Chelsea sign top players without Champions League like United? That's a good question. It's a great question. When did Chelsea sign Kante? You thought you cooked, didn't it? You haven't cooked. I've cooked. That's why I'm eating. You didn't cook, did you? I cook. I didn't actually cook this. My girlfriend cooked, but you didn't cook. You did not cook. So that's a damn shame. I'll be real. It's a damn shame. You didn't cook. You didn't cook. No, I'm not asking you what you've done in the past. You asked me what we've done, and I told you, right? Now, Kante, you know, just happened to be one of the best midfielders ever in this country. So, yeah. But in terms of you, I know you have done it previously. I'm just saying you're not going to do it now. You're not going to do it now. Your time is up. You've done it before. You're not going to do it this window because you literally cannot. If you have a big name that you're bringing in that you could let me know, Z, you're more than welcome to let me know. But it's not happening. You know what I mean? It's not happening. When was the last time you ate salad? Right now. Damn, that spinach is nice. Black Mamba says, rate this 1 out of 10. Hato, Nico Williams, Braithwaite, sorry, and Ekiteke. Out of 10. Out of 10. And then obviously Delap as well. So Delap plus these guys, okay, and nobody else. Yeah, okay. That's a good question. I would say, I mean, listen, Hato, I like Samuel Smith, but he hasn't got any game time this season. He should have got Conference League game time because that would have been perfect. So you guys could see what he's capable of, right? And we could see, as a Chelsea first team, what he's capable of at this level, or at some level. Same as Achimpong, right? So he should have got some minutes. He didn't get any minutes. He didn't get registered. So I'm more than understanding that he's got to now probably go out on loan, and we got to bring in a backup for Cucurella because we're playing Champions League, playing 4 competitions, Club World Cup. We need competition, not even competition. We just need someone as an option after Cucurella. I believe Hato can also play left side of defence as well. So that's a plus. So he's a bit of positional versatility, and he's played like 100+ games at Ajax, and he's only still a teenager, I think. So I'm more than happy with Hato, to be honest. I'm more than happy with Hato. Obviously, I don't know the price, but I'm more than happy with that. Ekitike is one of those players that, out of all the young strikers around, he maybe excites me the most. He's still got things to improve, still got things to obviously develop and learn. This is why I'm talking about Osmans, because they kind of just instantly come in and handle business, you hope. But if you can't get one of the big names or the instant impacts through the door, you get someone like this alongside maybe a Delap. Well, it will be Delap, and I'm happy with that in terms of if Osman goes to Saudi and he picks up 700k a week, there's not really much you can do about that. If he's motivated by the money and you can't convince him to make a normal wage demand, fine. Gyökeres, I'm not even like banging down the door for that much because I feel like him and Delap stylistically, I don't know if both of them is kind of what I want. I kind of want more of a contrast between the two. And Gyökeres is not really doing anything in the air. So you're kind of just focusing on the ground. I do want someone who's a bit better in the air. And I would definitely take Ekitike over Sesko. So, yeah. I mean, some people say he's another Nkuku. I'm not going to run away from every single technical forward because of Nkuku. Nkuku had a massive injury. Let's not forget that definitely played a part in his Chelsea career. In his first season, absolutely plagued by injuries. This season, he was obviously misprofiled. Then he's obviously older, so he's not developing. He's not improving. He is in his prime, and he needs game time, and he's not going to get it here. So World Cup coming up, and it is what it is. So I'm not going to just do the comparison because Bundesliga, French, technical. I'm not going to do that. It's lazy. So, and then who else did you have on the list? You had Nico Williams. Nico Williams, I'm not seeing a lot of goals. I don't know why, but I'm not seeing a lot of goals year in, year out. So he's not really providing the goal boost in the front line that I would like. So that's probably, especially with the wages he's going to ask for and the probable fee, that's probably the one that I'm not really moved as much. And Braithwaite, I like him, but again, is he worth the money that we're probably going to have to pay Everton? I saw Everton were asking for like 70 million last time when Man United were going for him. I don't think he's worth that right now, to be honest. I don't think he's that much of I don't think he's even a guaranteed improvement on some of the young defenders that we have. Look at the way Levi Colwill was playing at the back end of the season. Like, I've always thought he had talent. He does need someone that's a grown-ass man next to him to kind of guide him and lead him, and that's why I kind of suggested Romero at Tottenham, even though that was very controversial on my video. I want kind of a leader. Now, Braithwaite, fair play to him. There is some leadership there. He has played a lot of games in the Prem, but is he like a massive upgrade on what we already have? I'm not so sure. So Yeah, I mean, that window is probably like a solid... It's like a solid 7. I don't want to give it 7.5. I don't want to give it much more than a 7.5 because it doesn't have some wall beaters in there, some big boy, you know, crazy needle movers in there that you know are just coming in and mashing up the place like a Rodrigo or Osimhen. So yeah, I'll probably leave it there. It's not a Bastoni. I know, extremely unrealistic, not going to happen, but that's the kind of player that makes Windows 9s and 10s for me, you know. So yeah, but let's see. Right, let's see. What else is being said in the chat? Barcola, come hang with... Oh yeah, we read that one out already. Big up. Cool. Cool. What's the prediction saying? 60% for PSG, 40% for Inter Milan, straight 60-40 split. And also, if you're going to rank a window, you definitely got to include the players that need to be sold. And there's a lot of players that need to be sold to give a good rating as well. So many players need to be sold. Like, it's insane. Nkuku, Felix, you probably just need to let it go of Chukwuemeka at this point. If you're not going to use him and we didn't use him and he's injury prone, then you got to let it go. If you're bringing in another striker, then that's probably the end of Jackson. What are you going to do with Sancho? Kepa, you got to get out of here. You probably need to move. You definitely need to move on one of the goalkeepers. I'm not really that I don't have a massive problem if it is Jorgensen that goes and Sanchez is a backup. But I feel like politically Sanchez is more likely to take over from Petrovic and bench Petrovic because of the goalkeeping coach and all this. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I think Jorgensen's a much easier backup keeper than Sanchez is, but I'd probably still steer with just getting Sanchez out with the money that he might garner because of the late form at the end of the season. Kind of, you know, get your money whilst the stocks are up type vibe. And you got to decide what you're doing with... You got to sell Disasi. You got to decide what you're doing with Badia Shil. You got so much things to sort out. It's a lot of players, man. It's a lot of players. So that's important. Very important that we get those ones sorted. If not, bloated squad, loans, bomb squad, all that stuff. Thank you, brother. Do you guys feel like we need Rodgers? Because I don't. I'll be honest. Like, I like Rodgers, but where does Rodgers play for Chelsea? For the fee, he probably will need to, that you'll need to pay. Where is he playing? Like, we need out-and-out wingers on this system, which he's not an out-and-out winger. And we have a 10. And that's probably what he is, a 10. Or a ball-carrying 8. Or whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, I'm not seeing it. And I don't want to just make signings for the sake of it, just because we like the player. Because we've done that before. And then things don't make sense, and then it's a waste of everyone's time. Like, just get what you need and what works for the system we're playing, and leave it at that. So I don't want to get caught up in all these silly swap deals again, and you take this, we take that, and no one really gets what they need. It's just bollocks. Better than Madueke. Different players though, isn't it? I'm not even disagreeing with you, but it's just different players. Like, Madueke is an actual winger, which is what we're using as wingers. I'm not sure what Watkins... I don't know with Watkins. I don't know what's going to happen. But I wouldn't take Watkins. I think Watkins is about to start dropping off a bit. I'm not expecting Palmer to play 60 matches. No, I'm not. Remember, Esteval wants to play in the 10 as well. Kendry Pires, when he's done his first loan at Strasbourg, he's going to want to play in the 10. Quendes is coming in to play left wing or right wing. So you got to remember what we already have. Signing another 10, sticking them on an 8-year deal when you've got 2 players that are meant to be potentially generational, that one wants to be a 10 and the other one definitely is a 10, signing another 10 on top of the 10 you already have, it's a little bit stupid. This is the only reason why Sancho's staying. If that is the case, maybe you use him as like your backup 10. Because I know Sancho in central areas, linking up with players, will be okay. So maybe you use him as your second 10. We've not ever seen him play there for Chelsea, but maybe you use him as your second 10 and you actually go and get a proper starting left winger. Maybe you do that just to bide yourself some time. Or you I don't know. Maybe you even just loan him again. People talking about buy him, but if no one's buying Sancho, what's stopping us from just loaning him for another year? Why do we have to pay the price? Send him back to Man United. Don't give them any money. Let's see who comes in for him. Let's see what price. Because I don't think Sancho's moved, mountains this season. I don't think his price is... I don't think there's teams knocking down the door, especially on the wages he's on. Send him back to Man United. Send him back to Carrington. Let him train. Let them figure out what the hell they want to do with him and how much they want. And let's start the negotiations back from the beginning. I'm more than happy with that. I'm not in a panic. We have to get Sancho right now because if we don't get, what's the rush? Send him back and let's see what they want to do. Because it's their player on 300k a week, not ours. Send him back and let's see who comes in, how much. If he goes somewhere else, it's not the end of the world. If he doesn't, I'll just put in another loan bid. I'll be honest, I'll just put in another loan bid. I'll just be like, yo, hand over the loan. Same again. Keep the 20 million in the pocket. Loan again. Save the money. Because I don't want to get to the end of this window and people are like, oh, you spent a lot. No. We've got big Champions League money now. Big Club World Cup money. Sponsorship money, hopefully. So... is he on the last year of his contract? That's even better. So they're even more screwed. Even better. Let's see. Enzo Fernandez is not a 10. No. That cannot run. He cannot back up Palmer as an out and out 10. That's crazy. Let's see. If a Rudiger return was possible, would you back him or not? He left on decent terms and is experienced centre-back who's familiar with Chelsea. I love Rudiger. I really do love Rudiger in terms of the way that he was at Chelsea at the end, especially under Tuchel. They had a very close bond, clearly. And I think that was part of the reason why maybe things didn't get off to the best of starts for Tuchel in the third season, is because he kind of lost his soldier. He lost his main voice at the back, and then obviously we made all those transfers for Fana, etc. I don't know if he's injury prone right now. You have to let me know, chat. I know Real Madrid have had loads of injuries in their defense, so I'm not advocating for bringing in someone who's not going to be on the pitch if he's got massive injury problems. If he hasn't, I'll take him back in a heartbeat. Absolutely take him back in a heartbeat. I've got no doubts about anything other than injuries. I just want to, I don't know about the injuries. I did see that, yes, I did see PSG sign that young Argentine attacking midfielder. I haven't seen much of him, but I heard a lot of hype. A lot of people were excited. So, Luis Campos, if that's what he's on. Listen, like I've said before, you can't have everybody. You know what I mean? You can't have everybody. So I'm not gutted, because if I'm gutted, that means I don't believe in the talent of Esteval. I don't believe in the talent of Kendry Pires. I don't believe in these players that are left-footed, attacking midfielders, wingers, that are meant to be also mad. So we have to invest in our own madness and develop it now and use it. Can't have everybody. We've already got 2 wonder kids apparently, brother, right? So, and not even apparently, very clearly we have 2 wonder kids. So, especially Esteval, it seems abundantly clear. So we have to just, when you make a decision, in life, you have to stick by your decision for a length of time to see if you made the right decision. If you just do all this hopscotch and you just bounce from place to place and position to position, and there's no consistency and there's no stability for even a year, two, it's very difficult to make progress. It's very difficult to actually even know if you made the right decision because you just changed your mind so fast, you didn't even stick at what you were doing. So when we bring in a young player that I don't know about, I obviously know about these, but lesser known players, the first thing I say is, okay, what's the plan? Are we loaning them? Are we using them? What are we doing? And I will keep bringing these players back up. People will forget about Washington's. I don't forget. Whoever comes through this door and is a Chelsea player, by Google, I know who they are and I won't forget them until they leave. Because I want to know what's going on. Because I'm invested. I'm not here on this and it's not even invested in you have to make it at my club, but I want to see that we brought you in, you improved, and then you either stayed or you left. But we were a good part of your career. Because word of mouth is important. How many times do you see players convincing other players, yeah, you should go there? So I don't want the rest of the Brazilian talents to be like, yeah, Chelsea, man, they promised Esteval that they'd develop him and Washington, but they didn't actually do that, and they kind of cooked their careers, so now I'm not really sure. I don't want that. I do not want that. I want players to come here and they improve. If they're sold for a profit or they go to a club and, you know, they get first team football, great. That means we did right by them or whatever. But I don't want to be killing careers. Killing careers is not good. It's not good for the sport. It's not good for the game. It's not good for the club reputation. It's not good for the circles and the word of mouth. It's not good for any. There's no plus points to bringing in young players and killing their careers. There's absolutely nothing to be gained from a money standpoint, reputation standpoint. There's nothing to be gained. So I'm not on board with it. I'm not on board with it. All right, we're 5 minutes till kickoff. 5 minutes till kickoff. Let's see what's going on here. Scared about Enzo. Scared Enzo might do that. All right, cool. Obviously, if you pick up injuries and there's factors and stuff, then fair. But if we actually just cooked you for no reason, cooked your career for no reason, then yeah, it's not good. All right, timer will be up on the screen in a minute. I'm going to get rid of these lineups. Cool. Lighting is everything. It's a PSG shirt. It's a PSG shirt, brother, that I'm wearing, yes. Tifos are looking good. Tifos are looking very good. Players are going to be walking out in a minute. They're walking out pretty much now. Obviously, I'm not listening with any volume, so I don't really know what's going on, but atmosphere looks mad. Are they behind nets? Please tell me not, surely. You'd not want to pay all that money to watch Champions League final behind the net. Surely not. Surely not. Just going through the chat. Why am I so easy on Saeed finishing 15th? Am I? I don't know. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I am. I don't know. I mean, it's been reality for a while, you know. It's not like it's been like, wow, bang, they finished fifth. Like, they've been down there the whole season. So I've kind of just been mocking them gradually, consistently all season. There's not really, I don't know, it's weird. I don't really feel like I need to up the notches now. Like, we knew this would happen. They're terrible. In fact, them finishing 15th was actually an achievement because they were meant to finish 17th in my head. Them getting 15th was actually a step in the right direction, I'll be honest. That was actually an improvement. But yes, there should have been a mid-6 and all these things, but hey, it's no problem. It's no problem. It's not even a mid-6. It's a bottom 6. That's what that is. It's a bottom 6. It's not... Mid-6 is a different show. Bottom 6 is what that is. Don't disrespect the mid-table teams. That's can't be doing that. Don't be disrespecting the Bournemouths and Brentfords. It's crazy. It's crazy work. Oh, all right. This could have been such a different match. This could have been such a different match in terms of like the stress and, you know, it could have been Arsenal in this final, and that would have been a completely different ball game. But yeah, it feels nice to be able to just watch this and there's no stress. Yeah, Culture Cams is the one that's really dodging the cooking. He was in Italy, now he's in Germany. You know, he's just disappeared into the sunset. And really, I should have been back on FCM whipping the crap out of him, like he did to me. Like, that's really the person I should be after. But it's all right. We'll locate him and where he is at some point. And then I'm going to South Africa on Tuesday. And he'll probably come back to England and suddenly we just don't see each other. And this is what people do. It's a coincidence, but I'm not, I understand it, but I'm not fucking with it. Like, yo, you need to take your licks, brother. You need to take your licks. We'll speak soon, 100%. Oh, man. And yeah, I think Saeed actually rating Caicedo's season, he ended up getting away with more than initially planned because he was the only one defending us. So he got a little bit of credit in the bank for that, I'll be honest. Right, let me make sure that the timer's ready. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. For me today is almost the battle of the goalkeepers, I think. Obviously, there's other matchups, and it's very interesting to see, for instance, the midfield battle, Barella, you know, Neves, and who else is in those teams. Let's put them up on screen. It's going to be very interesting to see these matchups. Hakimi's playing against his old club. Dumfries had a massive semi-final. Martinez, we spoke about earlier. Dembele, we spoke about earlier for the Ballon d'Or. Very interesting. But goalkeepers for me as well, massive, man. The way Donnarumma and Sommer were moving in the semi-finals in particular. Donnarumma really the whole knockout stage. You know, it's just been incredible. So he's been a massive player for them. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing the goalkeepers. It's not often people highlight keepers as something they're looking forward to watching in a game of football. But I am looking forward to seeing the keepers, I'll be honest. Where is this timer? Oh, come on. Why is it? Okay. Bear with me, chat. Just gotta redo it now because it's not popped up for some reason. But the game has kicked off. Game's kicked off. Timer's going to be up on screen in about 5 seconds. There we go. Cool. Let's get that all done. There we go. Okay. Right, let's see how this goes. PSG versus Inter Milan. Champions League final. And I know, obviously, people were saying like, oh, it doesn't feel like there's much on the game. It doesn't feel like it's got much hype. I think we're guilty sometimes of the England Premier League bubble. And we kind of got to remind ourselves that this is a global game. And make no mistake, the French and the country of France are watching. And their timelines and their versions of social media in their French language that you're never looking at and reading, they are pumped. Like, it is English bias to say that this Champions League, a European competition, a final doesn't seem like it's got the hype. Because I can guarantee you right now, not only PSG fans, but Marseille fans, they hate PSG. Oh, they're watching. Oh, they're hating on PSG the same way I was hating on Arsenal in the semi-final. I've met Marseille fans when I was traveling some of these away games, and other people are traveling, and for whatever reason they're in Denmark or they're in Sweden or whatever, and I'm bumping into PSG fans, or I'm bumping into Marseille fans, I'm bumping into AC Milan fans or whatever. You think they don't give a shit about this? They give a shit about this. AC Milan, heritage in Italy for Champions Leagues, the most of any Italian club. You think they want Inter Milan to get this trophy? PSG, like I said, with Marseille. So there's people hate watching. There's people that are very, very much locked in. We're emotionally maybe not locked in, but people are. So we've got to remind ourselves 100%. It's a big game, man. It's bigger it's big as it always is. And I think maybe when people see the celebrations at the end, that might just remind them that this is a Champions League final, because whoever wins this is going to be celebrating like their whole life depends on it. PSG in possession at the moment. Marquinhos, I believe he's captain PSG, as always. Yeah, we could scout some players. I mean, pulling any player out of either of these two teams feels virtually impossible right now. Unless they're unhappy, unsettled, and not starters. But I don't think anybody that's starting for these two clubs on a consistent basis is leaving these two clubs. Maybe let me know in the chat if there's anyone that could leave either of these two teams this summer. But both of the back lines for both clubs, both of the goalkeepers, the midfields, the forwards, I don't see anybody moving. Apart from the Barcola one. This is the one player. He's on the bench today. People talk about Barcola, but apart from that, Bissek is on the bench today as well, for Inter Milan. Yeah, saw that defender, right-sided defender. But both of them are on the bench, so that's kind of making some sense. DeMarco playing today, good to see him back. Inter Milan, here they come through. Martinez just giving the ball away. Back with PSG. Yeah, probably those two players, Bissek and Barcola, are probably the ones. Yeah, but what I'm saying is there probably isn't loads of hype in England from English coverage and media and fans because we're not in it. But there is hype. It's just going to be on the French sports channels and the Italian sports channels. This is what I'm saying about the bubble. The sports coverage in those countries and the TV companies and they are going to be hyping this. The fans walking down the street are going to be talking about it. So that's what I'm talking about in terms of hype. The hype is not here because we're not in it. No one here is in it. So there's not going to be any hype here because we don't really mind who wins, But I'm glad. I'd much rather this than any other scenario. I don't want this to be hyped in England. I don't want to see one of my ops lifting this trophy. So I like the fact that we can just come here and just enjoy the game, to be honest. Super chat coming in here. Big up, brother. He says, it's because a lot of people don't rate Serie A and Ligue 1. It's seen by quite a few as 4th and 5th of the top 5 leagues, farmer leagues, etc. I mean, listen, obviously the French league, there's a massive domination from PSG. Same with the German league with Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich have won like the last 9 out of 10 or something. Bayer Leverkusen got 1. PSG, maybe 9 out of 10 as well. I'm trying to think who won it most recently for France. Ligue 1. Who's the last team to win it? It's not Marseille. I don't think it's Nice. Maybe Monaco. Montpellier obviously done it with Giroud. That was a long time ago. Let me know in the chat. Could it be Monaco? Lille. That's it. Lille. Shout. Lille, of course. So Lille are the last team. Obviously Spain more competitive. Italy more competitive than both France and Germany. So I wouldn't call Italy a farmers league at all. Italy have got a lot. Italy's just as dramatic as the Prem, to be honest. So it's just. What year did Lille win it? Inter Milan in possession, playing out. Let's see how it goes. Are they going to play out all night long? Is that the plan? Bastoni, DeMarco trying to play a 1-2, intercepted. Désiré Doué is playing on the right wing. Kvaratskhelia is playing on the left. I'm probably guaranteed they're going to swap flanks at some point today, as they always do. You'd expect that PSG are probably going to dominate possession, and they'll settle themselves down to keep the ball. Inter Milan will set up in their 5-3-2 off the ball. Wing backs all the way back in line with the centre backs and look to counter with Thuram holding up the ball, maybe Martinez holding it up, linking up, connecting and then breaking. He's done it a lot against Barcelona in the semi-final. Oh, Doué. Do you know, so on this topic of wingers, right? Because obviously, like I said, there's not really many players leaving these two clubs. And I still don't think Barcola's probably going to, I don't think he's going to leave either. One guy that I do like the look of, and, cut back, cleared. One guy that I do like the look of is that Fofana at Lyon. He does look very promising. And obviously, right now, in terms of France, wingers, they're cooking. Whether it's Elise, Barcola, Doué, obviously Dembele's on form now. So, if that is the pattern, then you got to keep an eye on these people because it looks like they're cooking up something, you know what I mean? That French national team's cooking. So, yeah, I do like, that's him. I do like him. I haven't watched a whole pile of him, so I'm not trying to come off like an expert at all. But what I have seen of him, he does look very good. Obviously, he played against Manchester United a bit. So, he does look good. Looks very talented. I think he's only like 20 years old. Seems like he's got a nice little shot on him. He hasn't got loads of goals and assists, but maybe I think his minutes played is probably part of that. And obviously, Désiré Doué didn't have necessarily crazy stats before PSG, and then he goes here and has a great season statistically. So, you know me, I do want experience, but at the same time, I'm not shutting down someone of mad talent if it's there. Then it's better than getting someone that's shit just because they're old. So let's see. But he looks good. It seems like someone that we would be interested in considering our track record, but I don't know. Here's DeMarco. Inter Milan in possession. Back in possession. DeMarco. Just knocking it about. Inter got the ball. 10 minutes in. Oh, is he from Belgium? Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is from Belgium. You're right. Correct. He is from Belgium. The name Fofana just messed me up for a second. I just immediately said France, but no, you're right. He is from Belgium. He might be the first Fofana that's not representing France, or Mali as well. I believe the midfielders, African descent. Here we are. Dembele cutting in. Dembele is going to take a shot. Scuffed it. Not good. Scuffed it. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about atmospheres, this is probably going to be one of the best atmospheres of all season. PSG Ultras versus Inter Milan, and Italian fans are always passionate, so that stadium must be rocking. Pacho, Hakimi. Here's Kvaratskhelia, come up against Inter Milan many times. Oh, that's a good pass. He's onside. Oh, is that going to be a goal? Is that going to be a goal? Oh, it's Hakimi. It's Hakimi against his old club. Oh, my goodness. Inside 12 minutes. Oh, is it a goal? Is it going to go? Why are the players not absolutely elated? Is it getting ruled out? No, it's a goal. It's a goal. They're very subdued celebrations for a team that just took the lead in a Champions League final. Obviously, Hakimi's paying his respects to Inter Milan fans. A few of them are actually clapping him, which is insane. Obviously, he won a title there. But yeah, maybe 2 titles actually. But yeah, wow. That one pass to Desiree Doué just split the whole Inter Milan defense. Vitinha, what a tournament. Apart from that penalty, that dirty, nasty penalty that he took in the semi-final against Arsenal in the second leg. Apart from that penalty, what a tournament he's having next to Neves. That pass was just bang, straight through the middle of Inter Milan, and it's 1-0. They've walked it in. They've literally walked the ball in. That was total football. Total football. They've absolutely walked it in. That was beautiful. PSG 1, Inter Milan 0. Wow. That's what I'm saying. It was so subdued. I get Hakimi to a degree, still a Champions League final, but okay, cool. You're the only person I can make an allowance for. Why the rest of the players were so calm, I have no idea. Because they were so calm, I thought the goal got ruled out. I thought it was offside. I thought it was, disallowed for a foul. I was looking around thinking, yo, we're about to get a VAR check. Crazy. But yeah, PSG 1, Inter Milan 0. Wow, what a goal. Desiree Doué trying to go past DeMarco and fouls him. Free kick, surely. That was a brilliant goal. Brilliant. Got some more super chats in here. Ty says, I'm scared Enzo might do that, not gonna lie. Enzo Maresca, I think you were talking about when you said that one. I did read it out. Steve, Mark Goldbridge just fell on his ass live on stream of his chair. My God. I remember one time his panels fell down as well. So it was bare madness. It's because a lot of people don't rate... Oh yeah, we did read that one out. Okay, so we're all caught up. Big up. Great start to the game for the neutrals because we got an early goal, which means Inter Milan, who maybe out of the two teams, 100% you're expecting to be a little bit more defensive, be a little bit more pragmatic and kind of wait for their opportunity to pounce on the counter. They're not going to do that now. There's no time like the present to try and get an equalizer. They're going to push forward. They're going to be a little bit more expansive. And we've seen against Barcelona, there's goals in the game with this team involved if they need a goal. So it's probably the perfect team to score in PSG because PSG are going to attack regardless. Even if they are 1-0 up, they're not going to low block it now and start getting all defensive. So should have two teams going at it now. Oh, brilliant play. Brilliant play that was. Bastoni. Someone's said in the chat, let's see. John K says, is it safe to say Vitinha is one of the best players in the world right now? One of the best midfielders out there, especially, this season in the Champions League, him and Neves have been, especially in the knockouts, obviously in the league phase, PSG were pretty poor and they didn't look anything like what they do now. They basically scraped getting through the league phase to get to the knockouts. But from the knockouts onwards, the midfielders have been absolutely sensational, you know? And I feel like because they've beaten such tough teams all the way through, you can't even knock it. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're playing against Europe's best in every, apart from Villa. But they've had their tests and they've dominated every midfield they've gone up against. So what more can they prove, you know? What more can they prove? Obviously, like, the likes of Pedri are, you know, in this is their conversation in terms of being the world's best. I'm not going to say these guys are better than Pedri at all. But I do feel like they're probably like top 10. You know, when you're going through all the midfielders, you're probably going to put them in the top 10. Oh, shot over the bar. In 100% of European finals this season, if a Moroccan scores first, the opposing team goes on to score 4 second-half goals. That's a funny stat, isn't it? I wonder what final you're talking about. Right. Thuram. We haven't really seen much of Thuram or Martinez in this first 17 minutes. Inter Milan haven't really been able to get the ball to them. So it'll be interesting to see once they get themselves into the game, what can they do up against Pacho and Marquinhos. But as of yet, they haven't been able to get that far up the pitch. It's pretty much been PSG and Inter Milan's half the whole start of this game. Okay. Yeah, Inter Milan can do that. They can hit you out of nowhere for sure. They wouldn't, and I'm not saying they're not capable of a comeback because they obviously are, but they wouldn't want to go 2-0 down. That's exposing yourselves a little bit too much there. They've gone long Donnarumma. It's actually a good pass. Do Inter Milan always in Serie A, and this is maybe for the people watching them on a weekly basis, do they always stick to this 3-5-2 regardless of what is going on in the game? Like, will we see Inzaghi switch formation at any point, switch his system, or are they just going to stick? Because obviously I've only really been watching them Champions League, and they've been playing this formation for years. Does he ever change it? He does change it, yeah? Yeah. I feel like when I'm going back through their formations, I feel like I've seen a back four from them before, but I don't see it much. When I'm watching them, I don't see it. Higher line when needed. Would they go to a back four? Oh, here we are. Dembele. He's picked out the right pass. PSG shot. Desiree Doué! Oh my God! It's 2-0 PSG! Desiree Doué has made it 2-0 inside 20 minutes. This is becoming a little bit embarrassing if you're Inter Milan. Because how are you 2-0 down in the Champions League final inside 20 minutes? They are ripping you to shreds. You haven't been able to get out your own half. You haven't been able to cause any problems going the other way. And now you are 2-0 down. And there's still time left. There's 70 minutes left. Are PSG not going to get another goal in 70 minutes? The ball's still in. If it's... Listen, they're going to be asking about whether the ball's still in play. But for me, Pacho's kept that in play. And then they've countered. And it's Dembele picking it out. Perfect pass, assist for Desiree Doué. Hits it into the ground, deflected, and past Sommer. PSG 2, Inter Milan 0. Oh my God. This is getting a bit nasty, I'll be honest. It's getting very, very nasty. Whoa. We're guaranteed to get a great Champions League game now because Inter Milan, they're stunned. Absolutely stunned. You know, if Inter Milan had gone 1-0 up, you could definitely understand and see them sitting off and picking their moments to counter and PSG having to break it down and it becomes more of a tactical game. This is crazy. Inter Milan have got to come out like their lives are on the line and they have got to press up that pitch and make PSG uncomfortable, as Donnarumma was uncomfortable just there with that back pass. And that means PSG get counters. And I saw against Aston Villa, when PSG get counters, they get a lot of opportunities. They got a lot of pace on the break. So this is going to be, this is crazy. This is wild. 2-0 down in 20 minutes in the Champions League final. If I was emotionally invested, I would be either fuming or buzzing. And there's no in between, depending on what side you're on. But that is a mad scoreline in the Champions League final 20 minutes in. Ball in, header, over the bar. That's kind of unacceptable, I'll be honest. If my club got to a Champions League final and we were 2-0 down inside 20 minutes, I would be so fucking angry. Like, you build yourself up for this all season, all competition, and 20 minutes you're 2-0 down. Brother, I would be so deflated right now. Oh my days. Everybody would be holding licks. The amount of cussing I'd be doing right now would be insane. It's crazy. And remember, like I said earlier, Inter Milan have had a really bad end to the season. Serie A, they lost to Napoli, of course. And they bottled that because they were top of the league. They lost the Coppa Italia. They were on for a treble and it could potentially end up leaving with nothing. And that is crazy. That is crazy, but that could be the reality. That could be the reality. What happened to Lautro Martinez? Listen, I'm not even going to say anything about Lautro Martinez and Thuram because them two haven't touched the ball. They haven't touched the ball more than a couple of times. In this first 24 minutes, PSG have been so dominant and so into Milan's half that them two strikers, I mean, at this current moment, there's a case to be made that they need another midfielder in the middle of the park. And that's crazy because they're playing a 3-5-2 and they got three midfielders in there, right? But, bruh, it's like they need another one. It's like they need another one in there. Because they just don't have a grip on this game. It's almost like they need to play a box midfielder. I don't know. They need to get some possession. They need to get the ball. And they haven't got it. They haven't got the ball. They haven't been able to get the ball. And string together even, 5-6 passes. PSG are just bopping it right now. Vitinha, Neves dominating this midfield. They look comfortable. It reminds me of when Barcelona played Manchester United, Pep Guardiola versus Sir Alex Ferguson at Wembley, and obviously in Rome. Obviously not to that level of that Barcelona team, but what you're watching right now is these PSG midfielders, they're just so comfortable and they're just popping it to each other. And then as soon as they find a gap, bang. And Inter Milan are not getting anywhere near them. And on top of that, obviously, when you look at the average age of the two teams, especially PSG, they've got a young midfield with the two there. Or they've got an energetic midfield. We know that they cover a lot of ground. They're very nippy. They get across the ground really well. Get amongst it. Tackles, interceptions, really good counter press. Inter Milan have got a very much aging team in comparison. So they're probably a lot slower. And Serie A is obviously a slower league. So right now, the speed and the physicality between the two teams is just, it's mad. It's mad. It is mad. Obviously, we know PSG on set pieces are meant to be got at, but in terms of open play, the energy levels are big difference. Big difference. It's like PSG are playing like 3 times faster than Inter. Their brains are thinking 3 times faster. It's absolutely mad. I don't want to say that the game's done because obviously we've seen a lot of drama in the Champions League this season and a lot of, comebacks. But if PSG get one more goal before half time, I don't know. It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. You know what I mean? It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Here's Sommer. Sommer in. It's gonna go long. Thuram holds it. Goes wide. Oh, round the corner. Good delivery needed. Ball comes in. No. Wanted to go for the overhead kick, but couldn't do it. How long would it take Chelsea to play at this level? Well, next season we're going to see how they do in the Champions League, but they've also got the Club World Cup where they can show to a degree what they're capable of going up against top teams, depending on the fitness and the tempo the game is played at. Obviously, people are going to be tired. Season's just finished, but you can definitely take something from that competition. Let's see. This is mad. Turning into one hell of a bottled season. Cup final to worst Milan. 3-0 bottled the league. Gilmore, McTominay, and losing final Champions League. Wow. Wow. Terrible end to the season if that's the case, bro. Goal kick. DeMarco. This could be Inter's Istanbul moment. Could be. Could be. DeMarco is way offside as well. Hopefully this PSG team can inspire other teams to play techie ball and not just gathering NBA giants and being all PMP'd of this woke. I'm tired of this woke nonsense. Centre back, left back, right back. I'm pretty sure I know who you're sending shots for. So I'm pretty sure everybody knows who you're sending shots for. Ty says, we really said no to this manager. I can't remember if we said no to him or he rejected us. I can't remember, to be honest, what happened. But, yeah. I'm really happy that Enrique is kind of showing what level he's at outside of the Barca stint. Obviously, he won the treble with Barca, Neymar, Suarez, Messi. Struggled a bit at Roma. I can't really remember what happened at Celta Vigo. So it's just nice that he's gone to another big club. He's obviously managed Spain for a bit. And yeah, he just got that whole MSN shit out of the way and said, yo, this is what I'm on. I need to close that poll because, goddamn, skew the voting. Right side, Inter Milan. It's intercepted. Intercepted. Yeah, this will be Enrique's second treble. Treble at Barca, treble at PSG potentially. First Champions League in PSG's history. First Champions League in PSG's history. He will be the manager that does it. You know, you look at all the managers they've had. They've had Carlo Ancelotti, serial Champions League winner. They've had Thomas Tuchel, of course, got to the final. They've had... obviously, they had Poch, but no one was expecting them to win the Champions League. Who else did they have? Big names. You know, but they've given it their best shot a lot of times. And for him to do it, it's mad. It's very mad. Ball's gonna... Oh, Dembele. Nope, that's over the bar. Yeah, Emery as well. Emery, of course. Emery as well. Emery's a bit of a Europa League master, isn't he? That's what is on his resume. Mbappe, yeah, we said it at the start. Mbappe. First season Mbappe leaves, PSG pick up the Champions League. It's mad for the optics. It's very, very mad for the optics. Corner's going to come in. Corner. Is he going to just lick this? No, put it back in. I don't really know where Inter Milan go from here right now. From a technical level, they don't seem to be able to compete. From an energy level, they don't seem to be able to compete. They're struggling. They're really struggling. Here's Pacho, Mendes. Vitinha's just having an absolute field day. Fabian Ruiz, he's having an absolute field day, Vitinha. Absolute field day. Him and Nuno Mendes are just... Sorry, not Nuno Mendes. Him and João Neves are just swapping responsibility of taking the ball off the back line and just trying to engineer these attacks. But yeah, it's peak. It's very, very peak. Sorry, not Emery. Enrique's certainly got his. He's got his midfield. He's got his base. Mkhitaryan in a Champions League final. Inter Milan needs some energy drinks. Fucking hell. Well, my prediction was 2-1 PSG. Or yeah, I think it was 2-1 PSG on Bleacher Report. Shot blocked. Bastoni, both the goals coming from his zone. I mean, the first goal, a lot of man got taken out. That's all I know. A lot of man got taken out for that first goal. A lot of man will be scratching their heads, looking around, thinking, "Raw, I don't want to watch that on the replay in the tactical debrief because someone and many people were in the wrong position because the way that gap was just there is not good. That's not the kind of gap that you want to see in your system. That was not good." That's headed wide. Hi Matisse, big fan. Do you think a young squad is the best way forward considering how sports across formats is becoming a more athletic, and physical event? Is that what our sporting directors are cooking? I mean, listen, obviously the sport, as always, you need to have some level of athleticism. You could definitely say that in modern times it's a quicker game than it was in the early 2000s, etc. So yes, you need to have that speed. I don't think anybody is advocating for a slow, rigid, aging team. It's just making sure that you value experience, not even just age, but also time on the pitch. In some capacity in your team, because it shows time and time again how important it is in the big moments. You don't tend to get over the line unless you have a little bit of it. So taking turns on DeMarco. I mean, we won the Champions League with Thiago Silva at the heart of our defense, and that man was like 37 years old. So, you know, there's many ways to get things done. Many ways to get things done. But Thiago Silva took great care of himself. So underrated. I don't know. What must be going through those Inter Milan fans' minds right now? I don't know, because yeah, it's long. It's very, very long watching your team struggle like this. Here's Thuram. They need to make this attack stick. They need to try and get a goal back before half time as well. Give themselves a little bit of belief that they can come back. Been outplayed. Right side. Cross. Oh, Pacho got that right. He got that right. He got that right. Oh, you can't miss that chance. Fucking hell. You cannot miss that chance. You gotta try and hit the target, man. I know it's not the easiest of angles, but he's got the leap. He's got the advantage. And he's up against Kvaratskhelia as well. That's the thing. He's up against Kvaratskhelia. He's Thuram, and that's Kvaratskhelia. You've got to get that on target. Especially when your team don't create a lot of chances. Like, they're really struggling to create chances. So now they're going to have to be super clinical. That was a massive opportunity. That was a massive opportunity. What's going on in the chat? So, funnily enough, you're right. This means PSG will play Tottenham in the Super Cup final. Spot on. PSG will play. So as it stands, obviously PSG, if they carry on like this, they're going to win the Champions League and they'll be playing Tottenham probably sometime in August in a Super Cup final. Yeah. And I don't think that's going to be very difficult to predict who will win that, if I'm honest. That is going to be, unless something wild happens in this transfer window for Tottenham, they are going to get smoked. Absolutely cooked to smithereens. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. We are going to be there. I hope Toby goes to that game. I hope he flies out there and he goes all the way out there, wherever it is, and he gets absolutely cooked. He deserves. Play that high line against... I mean, listen, I'm not going to say to play that high line because they actually didn't play the high line against Man United in the second half. They actually found some sort of intelligence in their strategy to not play into United's hands. So maybe he won't play into PSG's hands by playing that high line. But to be honest, even if it is a low block, I think PSG will... They'll find the spaces. As they are finding them tonight. Mods battling each other, fighting between DHL and Sky in the chat. Thuram trying to flick it on and doesn't quite reach. Doesn't quite reach his teammate. Hakimi. Desiree Doué. Oh, fucking hell. Cross, cleared. Ball in again, cleared. 40 minutes. The amount of fighting in the chat is so funny. Hazard versus DHL. Sky battling as well. It's crazy. It's always the mods misbehaving the most. Have you noticed? The mods are the ones causing problems. The actual chat, the normal chat, the ones that are meant to be, we're meant to be trying to look out for, they're not having a problem. They got no problem. But the mods are just moving mad. Oh, man, it's too funny. It's actually too funny. Here's Vitinha. We got more mods than we used to have a few months ago because I added loads of new ones. So it's not all the mods. We got a couple. We got most of the old school mods are moving mad. And I did make a few of you new. Like I made a few of you mods when you weren't even here because I think I went through a live chat from an old watch along. And I added a few more of you that I forgot to add before. So if you're coming in, you might even clock it that you're a mod and you didn't even know. Here is Marquinhos going to switch it out, and it's overhit. It was a very easy pass as well that he should have got out there to Dembele. Dembele pulling out to the left a little bit as well tonight. So very flexible, fluid front three. Not easy to track, especially when you got wing backs and they're trying to push forward as well. And then you're 3v3 really, centre backs and the forwards. It's not easy for Inter Milan at all because PSG are relentless. Look at this press. Forced the keeper to go and boot out a play. Yo, this PSG performance is top tier. On and off the ball, this PSG performance is top tier. Top tier. We can cuss Inter Milan until the cows come home, but at the end of the day, this PSG performance needs a lot of praise because they're just doing everything right. They're doing everything right. It's so impressive. So impressive. Maybe if it was Barcelona in the final, it might have been a little bit closer. Stylistically, it definitely would have been more of a matchup between the two. It would have been like Yamal and Pedri, and yeah. Listen, as a neutral, that's the football game everybody wanted to watch, was Barcelona versus PSG. But listen, they didn't take their chances in the end. Barca, they had their chances. Goalkeeper was quality, and they didn't get it. They didn't get the job done. Didn't get it done. Ball over the top. Clipped. What the fuck has happened there? That must have been cleared. I thought he was going to be back post just banging that in for the third. Fabian Ruiz. Dembele, Mendes. Okay. It should have been 3. Should have been 3. I don't know if that's a miss or if that's a clearance. I need to see a replay because it did look a bit odd. Okay. .44 minutes. Inter Milan in possession. They're not looking like they're going to get this goal. I will give Saïd a ring at half-time, yeah. They're not looking like they're going to get this goal before half-time. They've not even really tested Donnarumma at all. I don't remember him making a single save. They've had an effort off target. Martinez is not in the game. Lautaro. So this is complete domination. Oh, shot. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit silly. Probably didn't need to take that on. He's just showing his youth side there. Desiree Doué. There was a great option on his right with Dembele and loads of space. Probably should have chose that option. Out of all of the attackers, you can see he's the most raw, and you can see the other two have played a good couple of seasons at the top level. Many seasons at the top level, really. But he is very unpredictable. So the balance in the attack is there. So, when we talk about experience, I know Inter Milan's team is more of age, but, still a lot of experience in that PSG team as well. It's a good blend. Donnarumma has been playing a long time now. Marquinhos goes without saying. Dembele. Kvaratskhelia not a kid anymore. He's been playing part of title wins. Hakimi, title winner. So It's a very balanced PSG team. It's not a team of kids. It's a lot of good mixes there. DeMarco's not doing well. No, he's getting a good cooking today. Getting a very that brother thought he was gonna be up and down like a wing back. He's reverted to left back now. He's sitting tight. He knows. Kvaratskhelia shot deflected. Woo! Just wide. Just wide. This is an onslaught. It does actually kind of look like a training session. No disrespect, but that's how dominant PSG are. This is just an exercise for them. They're exercising their demons. They're literally pinging it, popping it about, picking their passes and their shots on goal. It's just relentless. Dembele with the corner, headed over the bar, free header. Kvaratskhelia, not known for his headers, but that was a great opportunity to go 3-0 up. This is sad. This is sad, man. This is sad, bro. This is sad. Half-time. Game over, in my opinion. Based upon what I've just watched, what we've all just watched. Maybe PSG will get overconfident. Maybe PSG will start to take the piss and let Inter Milan back into the game via their own arrogance or ego. Maybe Inter Milan will have the greatest team talk at halftime and find a way to conjure up something. But based upon what we're watching, these two teams shouldn't even be sharing the same pitch. It's been that easy. They don't belong on the same pitch, I'll be honest. It probably does need a Barcelona to take these men out of here because it's a struggle. It's a struggle.
Yo,
Brother Saeed!
what are you telling me?
Brother, what are we watching?
Bro, we're watching a one-sided game, man.
Bro, this is not looking good for PSG.
It's not looking good, man, but you know what it is, bro? It's like, Inter Milan have just, I don't know, they're not realising this is the final, man.
I don't think they can compete the way they're playing. They look like they don't have the capacity.
Yeah.
Bro, they're getting destroyed technically. They're getting destroyed physically. They're getting destroyed in every way, shape, and form.
You know what it is? Obviously, you can't. For me, it's that midfield three.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it for years. Oh, this midfield three is not bad, you know. But now, when you go against the top midfield three, it's these lot that don't really stay in their position. They're chasing shadows, bro.
That's what I'm sorry to do this to you, but this genuinely does look like Barcelona versus Man United, the Champions League final.
Yeah.
It's giving me that kind of vibe. Yeah. Like from a technical standpoint, you just they can't get the ball. And the thing is, they're playing a 3-5-2, so there's more than enough man in there. But they look like they're playing with 10 men into Milan. They look like they don't have enough bodies to get you know what I mean?
Exactly. Not enough bodies, bro.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what it is, bro? It's like, I want it to be a good final, but then I also want the team that deserves to win it be the ones that win it.
Yeah.
Like, why should we make this, but Inter Milan should get back in it? Like, bro, like, PSG have shown to be one of the best teams in the competition.
Yeah.
So they deserve to be doing what they're doing right now.
And this could be Enrique's second treble.
Bro, second treble, man. I can't lie, bro. This is crazy, bro. Bro, the strikes are doing much, but when you've got the midfield three and on the front three just going everywhere, bro. Yeah. How could he manage that, bro?
This is every single round we watch PSG, we're always talking about this front six. The fluidity and unpredictability of these front three players just drift into any flank they want to drift to, any pocket they want to play in. Vitinha's picking up the ball. Then he's going into the 8. Neves is picking up the ball. Then he'll go into the 8. It's a night. Nuno Mendes and Hakimi, plenty of athleticism. Bomb. It's a nightmare, bro. It's a nightmare.
Bro. They're getting that kid as well, Master
Yeah, bro. I haven't watched him. I've only seen comps, but yes. Yeah.
A bad boy. I'm telling you, man. I just honestly, bro, like. But also, by the way, what do you think of Hakimi's celebration?
I mean, I get it to a degree because you got history.
Man, you don't get that, man.
I'm trying to get it. You know what I don't get? I don't get the rest of them. Why were the rest of them celebrating like the goal was offside or like the goal was getting chalked off? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, that's VAR though, innit? But how are you doing? How are you looking at what people think of you before the elation of a goal? Like, celebrate. Man, I'm looking at the crowd and saying, sorry, I scored against you. I didn't mean to score. I didn't mean to upset you guys.
Do you know what? I'm gonna defend him. Inter Milan. No. Inter Milan is a very it's a very big club, right? This is a European giant, and he spent a good couple years there, won Serie A titles. He probably knows how much this game means to that fan base. So he's just trying to not. I know, Saeed, but bro, like it's the same as if you had a former player at Man United and they were playing against you in a Champions League final. Bro, I know. Listen, I'm not saying don't celebrate. I'm just saying I understand. He knows them Inter Milan fans. This is their whole life today. He knows. I hear it, man. I understand it, man.
Look at the goal. That goal was sensational.
It was.
He's already thinking about that. He's not even celebrating with his players.
I know.
Look at him.
It was a tap in as well. They walked it in.
Look at that. Oh, that's nice.
Where was that? Where was that gap? Where did that gap come from? They walked it in.
Came because this is what happens when you play them. Then look at that. He broke the line there.
Yeah, brilliant from Vitinha.
The line between Pavard and Serbia. Serbia's not the quickest.
But you know what it is as well? Desiree Doué is meant to be playing on the right. But because he's got the freedom to drift to the left, and he's not in this rigid kind of system where, you're on the right, you got to stay on the right. He is allowed to kind of get a feel for the game, move over to the left, double team with Kvaratskhelia, and then he picked up a little pocket because obviously DeMarco's not going to track him all the way over there. Yeah. Bang, turn, you're in. So it's mad. It's mad.
Oh, and then the other goal as well. What is the defender turn his back like that, bro? Seriously, man. How dare you turn your back like that, bro? Honestly, have you seen it? At first, I was like, you know what, wicked deflection. But generally, the second goal could have been like, you know.
It reminds me of Nasri in the Manchester derby. Remember the free kick?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Bro, he's literally turned his back like he's gonna get shot or something, bro. Don't do football. But you're gonna your football is like, come on, man.
Oh man.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
But I don't see Inter Milan getting back. I'll be astonished if Inter Milan get back in this.
The only way Inter Milan get back in this for me is if PSG think that they've won it before they have.
Yeah.
Because I've seen what PSG looked like against Villa when they thought it was done and then they got rattled or you know what I mean? They just lost focus.
Yes.
But
they lose that focus, yes.
But
you're spot on, bro.
If not, if that doesn't happen, then should be done, man. Should be done. And then PSG have got some players off the bench that they can just put in and just you know, like nothing happened. Emery's on the bench.
Mbappe, man. He's doing a hate watch at home, man. The hate watch is failing right
Bro, Mbappe, the first season Mbappe leaves, PSG win the Champions League is absolutely insane.
It's wild, bro.
It's insane.
It's wild, bro. Imagine that.
That's your club, you know. That's your club.
That's his club, bro. He's a Parisian as well, you know that?
Of course. Parisian,
man.
Wow.
It's not as if he's like one of them where he don't mean anything to
Nah, it's not like a Neymar or Messi where he just came in and just
Neymar,
dipped.
you know.
They've already won a champs. I'll be real. They've already won a champs.
They know that feeling.
Yeah.
Listen, Real Madrid might not win it, you know. Like, listen, it's not a guarantee. I know this, you know, the Heritage Club and that, but bro, like...
Nah, he'll get one in his career. If he goes, he's not going to go his whole career if Real Madrid not win the Champions League.
Yo.
He is, and that's the thing, JJ. He is the PSG all-time goal scorer. So, like, for him to be the all-time goal scorer, for him to be there for as long as he was, and not pick up any Champions League, and then this is the thing. It's like Kane being at Tottenham his whole career, and is it the first season? First season Kane's not there, or second season Kane's not there. They win the Europa League. The second season Kane's not there. It's mad. It's mad. You know what I mean? Yeah, do you know what with Desiree Doué? Like, you can kind of see he's the most raw out of the front three. Like, he's the one that will he'll give the ball away the most. He'll make the wrong decision the most, but he's a talent. He's definitely a talent. That France World Cup squad is going to be mad.
Whoa, woo-la-la, man.
Bro, Desiree Doué, Dembele, Elise,
Dembele, Mbappe,
Turkey, brother.
Bro. Oh my God.
Vava-voom, France.
Their midfield, though, is it decent midfield now?
Who's in that midfield? Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I do wish Pogba would just come back, man.
Yeah, man.
Can you imagine Pogba playing as like a 6, as like a deep 6, just playing these long passes to all these.
Right now, he's just become a movie star, man. He's at some movie.
Oh man.
I can't lie. They haven't got like Kefren Turam. Who's in that midfield, guys, for France? That's what I think for me.
Well, Camavinga and Tchouaméni, yeah, people will bring it. Yeah.
Tchouaméni high.
Someone said Pogba's finished now. He belongs to Ballers League. That's crazy.
Is there Emery, Tchouaméni, Camavinga? Is that good enough? I ain't gonna lie to you. That's not the best. If they're all playing to the level that they're meant to be playing to, then it is good enough. But obviously, they're not playing regularly for Real Madrid. There's a bit of a drop off, you know. So I don't know. France manager plays French football, exactly. Yeah. It's one of them. Like I said, I think for me, Spain are still the best, man. I can't lie. Spain are just.
Well, they got Yamal, isn't it? When you got Yamal, then when you got Yamal, Pedri, you got a chance, isn't it?
You got a chance.
Rodri and Fabian Ruiz, that's the midfield. Pedri, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Fabian Ruiz, Pedri.
Yeah.
There's also supposed to be Mendy that the Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know, you've got left back Cucurella, you got centre back, you got Hoyson.
I'm a big fan of Grimaldo as well, Leverkusen.
Grimaldo, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
that new goalkeeper Garcia's getting a lot of hype as well. Espanyol gone to Barcelona.
Garcia, yeah. So they're just lacking a striker, though, man. That's all it is.
They've been lacking a striker since David Villa and Fernando Torres for me.
They might play Almeridion, though.
Obviously, they had Diego Costa as well. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Maybe Almeridion.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, yeah, he's had a great season at Porto. So
he's had a great season, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
he's young.
And maybe Olmo could play, maybe Olmo could play false 9. They could just do that false 9 thing, can't they, though, really? Let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh, as long as they got an option anyway off the bench, someone that will actually attack the box.
Bro, like I said, man, I'll be honest with you. I don't want extra time unless it deserves it. You know how I now judge extra time is that if I'm enjoying the game, I want it.
Yeah.
But if I'm not enjoying the game, I don't want it.
I hear you 100%. I'm not here for drama for no reason. Like, for me,
but yeah, exactly.
If PSG are the best team, which they are, then give them the Champions League, man.
Give them the Champions League, yeah.
You see this Ballon d'Or, are you going Dembele or are you going Yamal?
You know what? Because Dembele's not really done anything in the final yet, I'm still going Lamine Yamal.
Okay.
If Dembele, I don't know, if Dembele was the reason why PSG won it today, I feel like then you say, yeah, he deserves it. But right now, still Lamine Yamal for me.
I was always saying Yamal for the last month or two. Once.
Lamine Yamal has been the best player, bro. Like, yeah, when you look at him, eye tests. And also now,
you know what, they're right. Dembele's got an assist, though, Sai. He's got an assist.
He has got an assist, yeah, but come on, bro. That assist was it really an assist, though? Let's be honest, man.
Yeah, it was.
It was. But a lot of it was the deflection.
Yeah, of course.
That was the assist.
Yeah, he's having a good game though. Like, I know he's not scored, but he's drifting out on that left. He's creating things.
I just think for me, Lamine Yamal, what he's done in the game, you can't overlook that, man. 17 years old as well.
He's gonna rack up a lot of Ballon d'Ors anyway, regardless. That kid.
I said Lamine Yamal's done nothing, you know. This chat, I swear, man. This is what I'm saying, bro. Salah fans are funny, man.
Bruh.
Salah fans are funny. Salah should be there, though, but he'll be third.
Salah will be on the podium, I'm sure, but I don't
Salah
think...
will be on the podium.
I don't think... And maybe Rafinha will want to be on the podium as well, so that podium is going to be interesting.
Who?
Rafinha at Barca.
Yeah, Rafinha as well, yeah. Man said his age is irrelevant. Age, for me, I'm not saying it is irrelevant, but I still think, for me, doing that at 17, though, is mad, though. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you got to put that into consideration.
It is
you know
mad.
what I'm saying?
It is mad. No, the kid's a freak. Clearly, like when
he's a freak, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, bro? It's absolute madness, bro.
Yeah, he's a freak. There is something wrong.
It's crazy. Look at Marquinhos. You know what I do? I hope as well. You know, for Marquinhos here, he's been there throughout the whole entire project,
bro.
Man. He's been there since he was 19, bro.
Yeah, I know. He's been there with Thiago Silva. He's been there with Sergio Ramos. He's been there with now Pacho. Yeah, he does deserve it, to be fair. His loyalty's been...
He's been there with the Galacticos.
Yeah, his loyalty is...
You know?
Yeah.
He's been there, bro.
Man was there when Verratti was playing.
Verratti, bro. And he's still only 30 as well, so it's mad to think, like...
Yeah, long career.
He's had a long
and he's
career,
captain as well. He's captain. That brother gonna burst into tears.
Yeah.
He gonna burst into tears tonight.
Yeah. Cold, man. So, we'll see.
Someone just said it. Yamal or Pedri plays in Prem, they'd get absolutely demolished. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
That might be one of the most. That might be one of the most disgraceful comments I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is an L comment. L,
yeah.
whoever that is, yeah. L him. L him, man. L him.
Oh damn, that is nasty.
L him, man. Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, brother, I'll let you go. Big up. 100%. Well, I'm gonna see you on Tuesday as well, anyway, innit?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, mad.
We will be there.
We will be there, brother. All right.
We'll be there. Love, bro. Love, man.
In a bit.
Big up, big.
Big Sixes tomorrow as well. 9 p.m. instead of Monday. So Sunday, we're having a bit of a Champions League review plus Big Six. Big fat quiz, Premier League quiz that we do every single year. So just in case you're thinking it's going to be Monday, it's not. Let me get the timer ready because we're kicking off for the second half and we have already kicked off. Let's see. Yeah, there's no question. If PSG win this, it's the best team in Europe has won this competition. And to be honest, we don't always get to say that. But there's no doubt this is the best team in Europe winning this competition. The balance between defense and attack, the quality of the football, this is more than deserved. Dominated their domestic responsibilities as always, but they did it. So you can't even say that they didn't win their league or whatever. This is it. And PSG in the Club World Cup, I look forward to watching them. No, I would say PSG. I think Barcelona just conceded way too many goals, man. Way too many goals against Inter Milan for me to be saying they deserve it. You can't be having a shootout like that. I'm afraid. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but that was an insane amount of goals to be conceding. You got to have your balance between defense and attack's got to be better than that, and it just wasn't. This timer's not in line with the game. Bear with. Let's see what happens in the second half. Maybe, just maybe, we might have drama. Let's see. Oh, it would have been a fun final. No doubt about it. It would have been a fun final. 100%. Would have been an incredible final, Barcelona versus PSG. But let's see. Let's not rule out Inter too much. If they get one goal, maybe. Who knows? Stranger things have happened in football. Right, let me change this timer. Oh, shit. Bear with. So, 2-0. And then that's it for the season. That's it. I won't have another watch along until Club World Cup. And I won't be live really until the Club World Cup because I'm not going to do any breaking news streams while I'm in South Africa. It will just be videos. So this will be my last live until that game against... Well, maybe if there's breaking news after South Africa, then... and I'm at home, then maybe there's a big Osman here we go stream, you know? I don't know, but this is definitely my last live for a while. So, smash up all the icons if you're here, because it's gonna be a while. Club World Cup. Looking forward to it, to be honest. Like, I'm actually buzzing for it because we're going to get to play some... Like, usually you don't play many giants. You could say maybe the South American teams are the real test. Apart from that, in the previous campaigns, you're not really playing against top teams. But, yeah, this is going to be tough. It's going to be like Champions League. Kicking out. I watch every single Chelsea game for the Club World Cup, 100%. In terms of watch-alongs, you know. I'm not going to do every Club World Cup game, obviously. I'm gonna see. Let's see. I'm gonna look at the group stage. I've not even looked at everyone's group. I've only looked at our group. So I'm gonna look at all the groups and then go from there. Should be 3-0. Should be 3-0. Oh my days. Kvaratskhelia. Of all people as well to miss that chance. The guy on his weaker foot knows how to hit it. Knows how to roof it. PSG should be 3-0 up in this game. Inter Milan are very fortunate to just be 2-0 down. 2-0 is like a lifeline. 2-0 is like you still have hope. It's still worth your time making substitutions, making adjustments. 3-0 and you are fully finished. Unless you're Liverpool against AC Milan, you are finished. One more goal and it's long. I need to see the replay. Maybe it was blocked. Some people are saying blocked, okay? Maybe it was a bit behind him. But I was looking at the chat and I just looked up and I just saw the angle and I'm thinking, Ross, this is about to hit the net, and he just ballooned it over the bar. It's crazy. And this is a very likable PSG team as well. You know, I know a lot of people, I don't give a damn, but a lot of people didn't like the Galactico team, the money spent, all of that. This is a likable PSG team. I think everybody can smile at least a bit that this PSG team are the ones that are going to get it done, you know. There's no egos in that team. There's no Galacticos. There's no superstars. It's very well put together. Very, very well put together. And they play some great football as well. Can't not be entertained watching this team. Not possible. Unless you're a Marseille fan or any of the other French teams. Yeah, of course. Listen, I wish Esteval was playing for us at the Club World Cup, but he'll be playing for Palmeiras, so I'll be keeping an eye on them 100%. We're going to have Kendrick Pires with us. We're going to have, hopefully, Liam Delap with us, as long as he doesn't choose to go Euros under 21. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Anytime I think that's also like where any of the hype comes for any new EAFC game as well. It's mainly the transfers. It's mainly to see the ratings. It's mainly to see the mechanics and how Liam Delap plays in a Chelsea shirt or how Florian Wirtz plays in a Liverpool shirt if you support those teams, right? So anytime there's new players in new teams, new formation systems, it's exciting. So I'm looking forward to it, man. 100%. I can't wait to see all these guys that we haven't had. Petrovic, let's see how he is. Penders is going to be in the competition as well. He said he's coming back for it. So I'm buzzing. Obviously, it's in America, so I'm assuming the times are going to be crazy. So yeah, that'll be fun. Ball in. Oh, gotta be careful. Sommer. Donnarumma, you gotta be careful because I thought he was gonna end up punching one of these Inter Milan players in the face, giving away a penalty. DeMarco got hooked, is it, or is that Arnautovic? They both got blonde hair. What's going on? Oh, Marquinhos, captain, putting his head where it hurts to defend that set piece. How deep do you think we're going? I haven't given it any thought yet. I'll be honest. I have no idea how deep we could go. I haven't even looked at I know our group, and I've not gone any further than our group. I expect us to top our group, and then we go from there. So, we should at least be in the next round, but I've just been Premier League and Conference League. That's all I've been thinking about. So it all depends on the signings, bro. I'll be honest. It all depends what team is even going out there. Are we going to have just Delap? Are we going to have someone else? This is all going to make a big difference. So let's see. Let's see what squad is submitted for that competition and who's going and who's not. I need to know what I'm working with. Left side, Inter Milan. They've had a good start to the second half, to be fair to them. They're competing. It's a free kick, I think, for PSG booking. But Inter Milan have, they've stepped it up a bit in the second half. They're getting in the faces of PSG. They're getting in their half. They're getting in their box. It's unlucky. He's gone for the ball. PSG got to just ride this mini storm. Ty, is Petrovic number one or is it still Sanchez? I believe it will probably come down to Club World Cup. Let's see who wins that fight. I don't think they've decided yet. Because internally they absolutely love Sanchez, it seems. So, right. Let's see. Assad says, funny, nobody talks about PSG's young squad, same age as Chelsea players. Chelsea fans make excuses to back this fraud manager before to blame the directors. Use inexperience to back fraud manager at Chelsea, says Assad. Flop FC says, Los Angeles FC play Club America for the final spot in our group tonight. Okay. Interesting. I didn't actually know that wasn't decided. Fez. Well, I'm happy to play either, I'll be honest. Is Marco Reus in that Los Angeles team? I think he is, isn't he? I think I saw him score a free kick the other day. So, I wouldn't mind actually seeing him again if we got them. Oh, our team got kicked out. Okay. Fez. Because, yeah, I didn't realise there was anybody still trying to play to get into that. So something's gone wrong there. Who got kicked out? And why? Giroud's there. Free kick for Inter Milan. They need to make these set pieces count. I'm looking at that defense and I'm just seeing really Marquinhos, Pacho, Mendes, the back line, yeah, they'll compete. But the midfield aerially it can get rough for the two Vitinhas and João Neves, and the forward line as well. So there should be a mismatch. I don't even need to go through the Inter team. The long throw is telling me all I need to know. Same shit Arsenal tried. But to be fair to PSG, they did defend very well when Arsenal were doing that. So they just make it difficult when you're trying to jump and get your advantage. They're finding a way to put you off balance. Okay. I get, yeah, owner owns two teams. My experience in Poland was great. My experience in all of the countries I was in was a lot of fun. If I was ranking them, I'd probably most certainly put Kazakhstan first, just because it was such a massive contrast to what I've experienced before. And it was so different and fun, and I was just doing things I ain't done. I ain't experienced that whatsoever before, and it was sick. Obviously, the European cities are a lot closer to home, but it was fun, man. It was fun. Trying everyone's food, trying everyone's drinks. It was great. Obviously, it's not your standard match day vlog. And I know there was like cannons of water getting sprayed at Chelsea fans. I wasn't even there for that part. But I just want to kind of show off people's countries a little bit. Learn a bit of history, learn a bit about food, culture. Because when you're a YouTuber, you don't necessarily get the opportunity to travel because the football calendar's stacked. The summer's usually got a major tournament and you're trying to make sure that you're on top of all these things, and transfers as well. If you go away, you're always looking at your notifications for transfers. So it never really stops. So if there's an opportunity to integrate traveling, which is something I've always wanted to do, into my content, I'm absolutely going to do it. And yeah, it's not the typical football fan experience maybe of just going to the pub and drinking, and yeah, I could do that and I do enjoy it, but I think for you guys, if you don't get to go to these countries, it's good to show you. And it's nice to see people who live in these countries actually saying, yo, thanks for showing things off and I hope you enjoyed this and the food. And so it's good, man. It's good. Here's Dembele on the ball. If they make this free. That's all I'm thinking. Like, as much as Inter Milan, fair play to them, they've managed to get some sort of grip in this second half. That counter-attack is always going to be there. And it only takes one... Desiree Doué absolutely loves that piece of skill, doesn't he? That's the second time he's done that in this game. It just takes one counter and it's all over. I don't care. 3-0, they ain't coming back. So, respect the response, but you're on your last legs if you get one of these counters wrong and they get you, it's over. Champions League finals finished. Shot, oh no, it's clipped in. That's poor. It's poor from Vitinha. Yeah, the pierogies were unbelievable. I've never had pierogies before in my life. Even though I went to Poland before. I've been there one time before this. But yeah, pierogies are so nice. So nice, man. Like, wow. And even the raw egg in the raw meat, and bro, like, again, you know, I don't mind trying new stuff, you know, at all. I'm not afraid of that. As you've seen, I don't mind trying new things, and I'm pretty. My limits are quite high in terms of things I won't do. You know, if you ask me to jump out of a plane for a forfeit, I'll happily do it, etc. So, yeah, I was not expecting that to taste as nice as it did, because when you look at it, you're thinking, this is a bit spooky. But, bro, when you mix that together and you put it on the bread, it slaps. It does slap. Here's Vitinha. Dembele. Oi, it's not looking good. Just play that pass and he does get that shot off first time. You've put it in. Oh, he's done it. Desiree Doué has finished this Champions League final. He's put his fingerprints all over the 2025 trophy with 2 goals in the final. Oh my days. PSG 3, Inter Milan 0. It is over. It is over, chat. It's done. Dead and buried. Finished. I'm afraid it's done. I'm afraid it's done. My goodness. And we were just talking about this counter-attack a few minutes ago. It only takes one of these counter-attacks to go right for PSG. And it's all finished. And Desiree Doué, listen, I thought that might have been going wide from the angle that I'm looking at. Brilliant. And again, this is why we had to say Saïd at halftime. Dembele might not be getting all the goals, but look at that back heel, the awareness to find Vitinha. And that's a pre-assist. And it's a very important part of that move because he kept things fluid. He kept things ticking. Vitinha picks out the pass, second assist. Well, pre-assist for the first goal, assist for that. And the finish is seasoned. It's a seasoned finish. And what a performance from Vitinha. What a performance for Desiree Doué. What a performance for PSG. Like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And it's two goals and an assist, because you have to remember Desiree Doué for the first goal, he's received it from Vitinha. He's actually facing away from goal, turned and laid it off. So that kid has had a man of the match performance, and he's had an incredible Champions League final at the age of what, 20? Wow. My goodness. My goodness gracious me. What a performance. This is insane. This Champions League final is finished. This Champions League final is absolutely finished. Finished. Stocks just went up. It did. His stocks did just go up. Is he coming off now? Yeah, PSG fans are doing the Poznan. They're doing the Poznan, and it's game over. Desiree Doué is coming off. He's coming off with 2 goals and an assist. Not going to score that way. Listen, Sky. Listen, Sky, because I'm watching you. Don't be coming for me, yeah? Because it wasn't me that failed to get the deal done. If the talent ID is so fucking superior, then they should have got the deal done. I've never stopped a deal from happening, and I never will. Because I'm not the one fucking signing the papers. You know who I did want? Elise, another French winger who put up ridiculous statistics in the Bundesliga. A player that definitely can play in this Champions League final and put his fingerprints on finals. So don't be coming at me just because I wanted a different fucking French winger, yeah? Who's going to start for France at the World Cup. You shut your mouth, Sky. You shut your fucking mouth, yeah? I've had enough of these mods. Pissing me off, man. Talking shit. I say no to some players that end up good. I say yes to some players that end up good. It happens. I'm not the one signing the checks. And I wasn't even on Desiree Doué's case because I said on Twitter I don't really know too much about him. All I said is we seem to be adding a hell of a lot of young wingers. You know, where's the space? When you've already signed Madueke, you've already signed Mudryk, you've already signed this person, that person. I'm afraid there's not any fucking space. This is what I keep telling you lot. So don't come complaining at me. I didn't want Mudryk. I didn't even tell us to sign Madueke. Apparently, I'm his biggest fan. I never said get him from PSV. I said wait, because there could be better coming. So don't blame me. I'm not the one that's stockpiled and built the squad of 40 players and now there's no room and you got to sell to buy. Do not look at me. I didn't spend $1 billion. Don't look at me. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at me. Team being built. 68 minutes. It's going to be 4. These lot are they're going to kill them. Oh my days! The back heel, the flick isn't quite come off. Ball in. Oh no! Oh my God! Barcola over the bar. This is gonna be embarrassing. PSG are relentless. The best team in Europe, no doubt about it. Fully deserved. This could have been 4. This could have been 5. This is embarrassing. It's getting embarrassing. I'll be honest. It's getting embarrassing. If it's not embarrassing already, it's getting embarrassing. Because they're even missing big chances. They're even missing big chances. They had a big header, Cavaskelia. They had a chance for Desiree Doué wide. They had that shot for Barcola. They've had chances. Big chances. This is a cooking. This is a crystal clear cooking. And Inter Milan have gone from a treble to ending up trophyless. Heartbreak. And it's a lot of elderly statesmen in this team that are not going to get another opportunity at this Champions League, I'm afraid. This was your last chance. So I do feel for them, but they're not on the same planet as this PSG team tonight. They're not on the same planet. They don't belong on the same solar system. They just don't. This is a nasty, and this is why I compared it to the Barcelona Manchester United Champions League final, because that is what this is. This is a real dressing down. This is a real dressing down. This is thorough. They are not leaving anything to chance. They're just not playing with them. They're not playing with them. This press, this midfield, these triangles, these passing, this dribbling, this connecting, this dots, brother. It's nasty work. Like I said, Thuram and Lautaro, not even really getting a sniff. I think Thuram had that one header. This is nasty. I'm not even going to get at Lautaro because I remember certain Iceman. You see, again, you lot are cooking me, but you're not even focused on yourselves. Iceman. Apparently, I was going to have to apologize for Martinez. Brother, I ain't even seen him. I'll be honest. I ain't even seen him. Is he playing? I don't even know if he's playing. You know what I mean? You man are so focused on pressing me. You need to press yourselves. You need to press yourselves, bro. Because I'm not even seeing this, brother. I'll be honest. I'm not even seeing this, brother. But I'm not even going to get onto him. I'll be honest. In my post-match reaction, I'm not even going to mention his name. Because, oh my God. Oh my God. If he's onside, Cavaskelia, he's taking a touch. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, stop! Stop! They're already dead! Stop! 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 of this. No, you have to stop. Come on, have mercy on them, please. Please. Have mercy on them. They're elderly men. They have wives, they have kids. They have families to feed. What are you doing, PSG? Oh my goodness. No, this Cavaschellia brother doesn't have a weaker foot. He doesn't have a weaker foot. Left foot, bomb. Like, near post. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is Inter Milan versus 100 man. Inter Milan versus 100 man. They're queuing up. They're queuing up, chat. Oh my God. It's a queue. It's a queue. Oh my goodness gracious me. This is nasty work. This is foul. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. If they go and if they keep pressing, which they are still pressing, this PSG team, it's foul. Like, at some point now, there's a line between respect and disrespect. They have now crossed that line. If they continue to press and they continue to put these men under any more pressure, like, they're already dead. They're already crying. The tears are flowing. There is no need for any more damage than there already has been. Any more from this point onwards. And it's foul. I'm sorry. It's foul. Any more damage done, it's foul. You're not even playing Marseille. I'll be honest. You're not even playing Real Madrid and Mbappe. There should be no more malice in your hearts. There should be no more malice in your hearts. This is foul. Are they going to give Inter Milan a little charity thing? Oh, Donnarumma with the save. Wow. This is nasty work. I'm speechless. I'm not speechless, but I am speechless. This is nasty work. This is dirt, man. I'm sorry. This is wow-wee. This is wow-wee. When was the last time we saw a Champions League final this one-sided? Let me know in the chat. When was the last time we saw a Champions League this one-sided? Because this is dirty. This is one of them ones where you just blow the whistle early. Let these men go home. They don't. Do they really deserve this? This is nasty work. I feel like I shouldn't even be watching any longer. Wow. Iceman, I'm not even on to you anymore. I've moved on. It's for you to reflect on. It's for you to look in the mirror at some point before you go to bed and ask for forgiveness from the higher ups. Don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me, I'll be honest. This ain't got shit to do with me anymore. At 2-0, it had something to do with me. At 3-0, maybe. At 4-0, I don't even think your brother's even had a shot. It ain't got nothing to do with me, I'll be honest. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing. I'm thinking, them Inter Milan fans, you have to feel sorry for them. You have to. Do they really deserve that? To go all, it's not even all that way. But they've gone to Germany. Your brother, Lautro Martinez has not had a shot. He's not had a shot. He's not had a shot. But it's not even that deep. It's not even that deep, I'll be honest. His whole team has got cooked alive. Right? Burnt alive tonight. That's for you to reflect on. Wow. Wow. This is listen, I know people at the start of this were talking about this is not that hyped. This is not that deep. This has not got the promo. This has not had the media attention. All that stuff that I've already debunked. This is going down in history. This is going into the history books. This Champions League final is going into the history books. This is not a 1-0. This is not a slog. This is not boring. This is going into the history books. This is one of the most dominant Champions League final, European Cup finals of all time. This is going into the history books. This is one of the most one-sided affairs I've ever watched in the Champions League final. This is right up there with Barcelona, Manchester United and others. This is a cakewalk. This is a footballing lesson. You're not going to forget this. I'm sorry, you're not going to forget this. This is PSG's first Champions League win. This is Enrique's second treble. This is Désiré Doué's big boy debut on the grandest of stages. This is the day where Désiré Doué really announced himself as a big time boy. This is it. This is the day. This is the day. This is the day that Vitinha and João Neves showed the world we are right up there with the best midfielders on the planet. This is the day where Marquinhos captained his team after 10 years of service or whatever it is to a Champions League win. This is the day where Donnarumma and all of the hype and the promise and potential, he is a Champions League winning goalkeeper. Something even Buffon, the guy that he must look up to. The Italian great that is Buffon never was able to accomplish. There is shit going down in the record books today. There is narratives. Trust me, there is narratives. This is the first season without Kylian Mbappe, their all-time goal scorer. Their big name. And they're winning a whole ass Champions League after him and a treble. We gonna talk. We gonna talk. As De Bruyne said, let me talk. Let me talk. Bro, this is not going to be forgotten. This is not going to be forgotten. It's been a bad night for everyone on that pitch for Inter Milan. For Bastoni, for Thuram, from top to bottom. It's been a bad night. I'm not going to make any sweeping judgments or any crazy statements. I'm just going to make it clear that these man, they didn't belong. They didn't belong tonight on this football pitch with these PSG players. It's just the situation. It's just the situation. They could have won a treble. They're leaving with nothing. It's a very nasty campaign for Inter Milan. I'll be honest. If my team got this close to all of these things and they did, bro, listen. I'm not gonna dunk on Inter Milan too much. I'm gonna focus on praising It could have been 5, bruv. Oh my God. It could have been 5, bruv. Hey, Barcola, what on earth is that finish? How are you not scoring from there? Barcola has got to score that. I'm sorry. That's insanity not scoring that. The whole goal is gaping. And I remember your miss at the Emirates as well. What the heck is this boy doing? What is going on? He's done everything right until the finish. That should have been 5. And I have asked for mercy. I have asked for decorum and grace to be given to this Inter Milan aging team. Because I just don't truly believe their season deserves this nasty work. However, you should be scoring that. You should be scoring that. I'm sorry. That is an insane finish. After all the good work, that is a crazy finish. But yeah, wow. Bro, he could have opened his body up, bro, and he had the whole goal. Sommer was already down. Sommer was already laid to rest. He had already committed his sin. He was already dead. And Barcola Barcola could have honestly taken a touch, not another touch forward, but could have actually stopped the ball and just, this is goals. This is 5-a-side. This is nasty work. Let me just pick where I'm going. Because Sommer's down. If it's not on the ground, Sommer's gone. He's gone. But anyway. Can't wait to do this review. I'm going to do the review after this, speak on this game. I'm looking forward to it. I've got a lot to say. Got a lot of praise to hand out. And, yeah, man. Wow. Wowee. Finishing from Barcola is nasty. Maybe it's confidence being on the bench. I don't know, but they're going to make substitutions now. PSG, Ramos is coming on. Zaire Emery's coming on. One thing I will say, and I don't think this is really that important because I do believe that all of these front three players are able to play in a multitude of different ways because they've shown the versatility. However, one thing we're not given enough credit to in the chat is the system. In terms of the way that Enrique has allowed his front three to have freedom. I'm not taking any shots at us, but we don't allow the same freedom for our flanks. The wingers are very much rigid to the position that they play in. You're on that touchline and you're stretching the pitch. Desiree Doué is not playing that role. And I'm not saying he can't play the role that we're playing, but I'm saying Desiree Doué is not playing that role for PSG. So don't just be doing this lazy, straight comparison shit. Watch the game. The way Desiree Doué is allowed the freedom to pick up the ball in multiple places, go to the left, double up, pick up the ball on the left, assist to the right, score from the right, it is not the same kettle of fish. Do not even fucking compare. What these guys are doing on the football pitch in this formation, this system, we need to give credit to Luis Enrique as well. Not just the players that are playing, the manager. Because the manager is allowing this to happen. And it doesn't happen often in modern day football. But he's allowing them to do this. He's given them that luxury and it's working. So I just want to make that point because I feel like it's escaping a lot of people. They're just trying to, plug and play, take this player, put it in our place, in our system, the way we play. We are not playing the same way. You're looking at Nuno Mendes and Hakimi giving support to their wingers. We don't support our wingers with fullbacks. We don't allow our wingers to come inside and interchange and swap flanks. So let's just make that very clear. Just in case you're not watching the game or just in case you forgot. Let's make that very clear. Yeah, they don't have a striker and we do. Exactly. So we don't play the same way. And we just signed another striker. You think Enrique's signing Liam Delap? He's not. He's not signing Liam Delap. He's not playing the same way as us. So that's what I'm saying. You have to understand that the two ways of playing is completely different as well as the players playing within those teams. It's not the same way. We don't have the personnel because we chose not to have the personnel. If we wanted to have the personnel, we would have signed the personnel. We didn't sign the personnel because we didn't want to sign the personnel. So that's what we're doing. Different. Something different. I'm not even taking shots at us. I'm just explaining the difference because I feel like people just think that it's all the same and it's clearly not. Here's Barcola. Is he going to actually finish? Nope. He's going to play pass. There was a chance to I smell a fifth. I smell a fifth. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. What is going on? What am I watching? What am I witnessing? Oh my God! This is brutality! This is brutality! It's disgusting! I can't watch anymore. No, I can't watch anymore. I can't watch. I cannot watch anymore. I cannot watch any more of this. I cannot. I do not have the capacity. I do not have the capacity. Everybody's always on side as well. Look at the way these guys time their runs and keep themselves on side for every single bit of attacking play to stand on 10 toes. Barcola slips it in. The finish is orgasmic. The finish is orgasmic, chat. It's orgasmic, chat. Near post, off the post, it's orgasmic. This is nasty work. It's nasty. Nasty work. Absolutely nasty what we're watching. This is nasty. This is very foul. No, this is insane. I actually cannot believe it. I genuinely cannot believe it. Like, this is a Champions League final. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, man. This. People were saying, some people were bored. I'm telling you now, I am so entertained. I am so entertained. I don't need two teams to be on the same wavelength to be entertained. I'm entertained. This beatdown, this blamming is entertaining. I'll be honest. This is very entertaining. Watching, bruv, are they gonna stop? Look at these, man. Can we all just, bro, they're not stopping. It's one after the next, They are just going for 6 and 7, pressing, still making runs. I don't know what's wrong with these lot, but they're possessed. These men are absolutely possessed. There's something very wrong with this PSG team. Because there's just no need for this. This is foul. Unbelievable performance. 10 out of 10 performance. Best team in Europe. Undeniably the best team in Europe. Give them their flowers. Because they locked up their league early as expected. It's hard to give them credit for that when they've monopolized the thing like Bayern. They've done the domestic cup. The concentration levels are on point. The Champions League this season, to knock out who they've knocked out. And then, this performance, coming up against all types of systems, all types of styles of play, all types of physicality, all types of tempo. They are fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm taken aback. Barcola. This is sensational. This is sensational. PSG fans, respect for you and your club, because this is unbelievable. I'm almost tempted to do a standing ovation. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to do a standing ovation. This is one of the best matches I've watched in a very long time in terms of like just watching one team be so good at football. This is sensational. Full time? Is it full time? I don't know. No, it's not full time. It's not full time. They're not even done. They're not even done. Of course, I still rate Bastoni, but it's done. Oh my God, the referee didn't even give injury time. Oh my God. Oh my God. The referee didn't even give a minute of injury time. He said, I'm gonna put you out your misery. Boom. Bro, this referee is foul. I've never seen a game end on 90 minutes. Don't try and tell me there wasn't at least 60 seconds of injury time. That is foul. That is nasty. That is, you're bleeding, you're bruised, you're battered. Ambulance. That is 999. Get these man out of here, off to the hospital, into Milan, dusted, dead. Crazy. Man said 7 seconds of injury time. Man said 7. He gave 5 seconds, 1 per goal. Man said 1 per goal, 1 per celebration, 1 second per celly. 1 second per celly. Crazy. That is, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I'm so happy for them. I feel like as long as you're not a rival and you're in European, you're in the European EU and all sorts. If you play that level of football, I will always congratulate you. I'm not gonna lie. If that was an op, I'd probably have to find it within myself after all of the steam coming out of my ears. I would have to take my hat off to you too. I would have to take my hat off to you too, even if it was an op. So that kind of performance, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of unites football fans, because nobody can sit there and say anything other than congratulations. Like, you deserve that Champions League. You earned that. You weren't lucky. You didn't bide your time. You didn't need the referee. It wasn't written in the stop. You just absolutely smashed it out the park. Absolutely smashed it out of the park. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm bamboozled. I'm discombobulated. I'm so impressed. I'm inspired. I'm inspired. I never knew football could be played at this level in this year, in this modern era. Wow, I'm inspired. I feel to go into the kitchen and cook something. I feel to taste and test and sample. I feel invigorated. I feel football. I feel, you know what I mean? Like, yo, damn. Is this what this is what the beautiful game is capable of? We might have to go home and reassess. We might have to reassess what we got, because we need to get some of this. I need to be getting some of this at my club. This shit is immaculate. This shit is immaculate. Bro, this is a gourmet meal. This is a Michelin star meal. This is six course, wow, 5-star performance. Wow, man. Wow, man. Wow. God damn. God damn. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, what can you really say? Just almost, I'm almost want to say thank you. Thank you for playing that well. Thank you for playing that way. The way we just watched you play, thank you for that. Because I'm very happy. I'm a very happy man. Crazy performance. Unbelievable performance. Yeah. That's going down in the history books, I'll be honest. Definitely going down in the history books. We don't have to worry about Tottenham and the Super Cup. That is going to take care of itself. Yeah. It's long. It's... Wow. You're glad you watched. There'll be football fans around the world that had other plans this evening or went elsewhere and they had things going on. I feel sorry for you because you just missed a classic. You just missed a serious Champions League final, and the highlights are not really going to do it justice. I'll be very honest with you. I hope my review does it justice. I will see you guys there for it. I need to almost go and get a glass of water because, wowee. Let me just see the super chats before we go, but this is looking mad. This is looking very, very mad. Microwave Pat says, Slot, we lost to the best team in Europe. Arteta, the best team in the competition, lost. Ain't no one telling me the red side of London ain't deluded. Wow. Matthias says, hold on a second. Damn, but no one is saying how the board club didn't hire Enrique but went with Enzo instead. He's young. He's young talent do what they do. He lets young talent do what they do best for themselves. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna get into that. Look, there's always a way to relate it back to your own club. There's always what could have been, what should have been. By the end of the day, what's done is done. And now we need to move on. Now we need to focus on the Club World Cup. Now we need to focus on the summer window. I am not going to spend a single second of my review cussing Chelsea about that decision. It would be a disgrace to the review. It would be a disgrace to the performance. The only thing I'm speaking about in that review is that performance. Player for player, man for man, system, manager, Enrique. And I will offer my condolences to Inter Milan and I will speak on that. But we're not talking about Chelsea tonight. I'm sorry. If you're trying to link it to Chelsea right now, you need to touch grass. You need to smell oxygen. You need to let it go. You do need to try and disconnect because you need to focus on what we just watched. You need to just appreciate the beautiful game. Enjoy it. Just don't take that moment that we just watched tonight and use it to make yourself angry. I could not be angry after that. I'm sorry. I could find a way to be, but I'm just not going to be. I just have to appreciate that. That shit was brilliant. That shit was brilliant. We ain't nowhere near that level, and I'm not talking about us. That shit, I've had a good week. We beat Nottingham Forest. We beat Betis. I'm not doing this. That was fucking incredible. That's all I'm talking about. That's it. That's all I'm talking about. Kingsley says, you gotta love football when the star boy Mbappe leaves PSG, finally win the Champions League. Massive respect to this team. They are finally a team. Bro, facts, bro. Facts. Chelsea said no to Enrique. Listen, do not depress yourself this evening. They are winning the Club World Cup. Let's see. I look forward to us going up against them because we will find out. We will find out what we look like against the very best if we do play them. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to go and do the review, and I can't wait to do it because that was an absolute masterclass. That was an absolute footballing lesson, and yeah, wow. Wow.